Greetings and salutation, League of Legends fans, and welcome to the next level with Sodaron. I am the aforementioned Sodaron, the wizard of LOL esports, here to bring you another episode. Now, who am I? Well, I'm a League of Legends player for 13 seasons now, since the end of Season 2. I worked with GAM in 2022 during the summer where they won the championship, even though I guess they've won a lot of summer championships. They almost lost this year where one of the coaches I was working with, who I think, was he the head coach? He was the head coach last year and is now on Vikings. They looking close to be able to beat GAM, but they made it to the Worlds, so I'm a fan of them. Can't wait to see them play. They play Mad Lions. And then worked with GAM during Worlds. So, and I've got like 85 videos on YouTube now. Check them out. But I'm here to help you get to the next level. Are you ready? So, on today's episode, we're going to take a look at We're going to take a look at the 2024 LEC season finals lower round 2 G2 vs BDS. Now, we're only going to look at game number 1. Unfortunately, this has taken me a week to produce this. I'm trying to up the production level of my show. I always kind of dreamed of having a show. I don't know if it should be called. I thought the next level is a really good name. At first, my first idea of the show was to take some of the highlights that I saw from all the regions, because I watched the LCK, I watched the LPL, well, I watch all the LCK games, and then I watch usually like the top 5 LPL teams, and then I'll watch G2 and the LEC, and that's about it, and that's about all the time I have for. But I'm always watching all the pro matches. I have been since season 13, so I've watched all of this for 13 seasons. I think I know what I'm talking about. I played Warcraft 3 since the beta, which this is basically a clone of Dota, which was a custom map of Warcraft 3. And at the time, I never liked Dota. I thought it was too easy. But later, as I got on, my friend got me into League of Legends, mainly because I watched Taipei Assassins play the World Finals in season 2, and I've got hooked on this because unfortunately Warcraft 3 didn't have that great of a esports scene. It was till after Riot Games and League of Legends that I think Blizzard even really got involved with Warcraft 3. Before then, all the tournaments were like individually ran by different companies or whatever, organizations, whatever you want to call them. And then we've kind of learned in esports later on that maybe it's not good for a developer to be involved in esports. Like in League of Legends, like maybe it's not so good that Riot Games is involved with all of the tournaments because they can kind of manipulate the outcomes. Like maybe, it's a question of, do they help manipulate like G2 where they always win the LEC, or do they help manipulate like T1 where they won Worlds last year because they're like franchises and corporations and companies. It kind of revolves around money and what makes more money. It's kind of like a big marketing exercise. But regardless, I mean, even the NFL, pro baseball, any pro team, it's more about the money that's generated. Like the Dallas Cowboys, for example, I don't know why they're so popular. They haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s, but I guess they're the biggest sports franchise in the world. So a lot of it is fan base and how many people buy all their merchandise and the season tickets and etc. Same thing in League of Legends. G2, they win, but they also have like the biggest fan base in the Western world. They probably make the most money. But anyways, we're going to take a look at game 1 against BDS. That's all I have for you. I think maybe I was trying to do too much at once. because I would go a couple months ago, I would sit and do all of the LCK broadcast. And I don't know, this is more of a breakdown, I call it, than a VOD review. I don't know to just be doing VOD reviews. I don't know if you like the slides, but in this episode, I took a lot of time in the slides. I have 160 of them to show you. I don't know to run down my slides before the game or mix in the game with the slides. So this is kind of an experiment. Who knows? I may even redo this whole show again after this and I upload it. Maybe I'll try it a different way. But I'm trying to up my production value. I'm not really happy with how my content turns out for me personally, because I know I could give you high level, I know I can give you professional level analysis, but the problem is trying to get my ideas in my head to you, the viewers, and how do I share the information with you. One thing was like the Epic Pen. I was not happy with like how the toolbar was always showing. Well, it took me a couple of days to learn the hotkeys, and I learned there's a ghost mode where I can turn the toolbar off. So I'm happy about that, for example. So here's my social links. If you like my content, please go follow me at x.com/Sodaron official. Follow me at Twitter or twitch.tv/Sodaron. I've got a goal where I'm trying to get the Twitch affiliate. If I get the Twitch affiliate, then that'll make me stream more. If, like, say I'm getting subscriptions, well, I'll sit there and stream the game if I'm making money. Right now, I don't make anything, so that's some of why I don't stream as much as I want to. That's this week. I didn't put out much content because I told you in my last VOD, or last couple of VODs, I think it was the last VOD, I played Maokai in a ranked game and showed you, and I thought I gave really good commentary. I played a ranked game and won, and I even had an AD that kept DCing, so it was like a 4 versus 5 with like 23 assists on a jungler. So check that out. It's a pretty good VOD. I've got an Italy VOD that seems like it's getting almost 600 views, so that's doing really well. I guess I need to keep putting out content because it seems like I'm finally starting to get the views. Now, if I could just get you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's the most important thing. So to like my videos and to subscribe. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got 85 videos or more there. A lot of them are 3, 4, 5 hours long. I think I'm someone that maybe at the start you get kind of turned off from my content because you're like, whoa, I can't sit and watch a 4 or 5 hour VOD. But over time, I think I'll grow on you, and you can like listen to my content even while you're doing other things and have it on your second monitor, for example. So follow or subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/@Sodaron. This is a map I just wanted to show you when I worked with GAM, their vision map, and they preferred to use this. Now, I don't really understand why. I think they were kind of saying it's a more accurate representation, but I don't. This was also before the map was changed a year ago, but I don't know why the turrets are like up against the walls like this. Maybe they were a couple years ago. I guess this turret is kind of up against that wall now I think about it, and maybe this one is more accurate than what I think. They're a team that like to dive, and I know when you dive, you want to dive up against the wall, so maybe that's some of it. But I was trying to find the template. I can't. So we're going to take an in-depth look at the vision game today. Again, I have 160 slides, and I don't really want this to be a 3-hour VOD of one game. I'd like to be at about an hour if possible, but I don't know how I'm going to mix all this in. So in this episode, we're taking a heavy dive into the professional vision control game going on within a game. And I told you and showed you on my G2 VOD where there was a game called Back to the Scene. I should maybe go look at it again, but I showed it a couple times. Take a look. Look at my G2 VOD, but they took retired Korean LCK players and made a team to play a show match game against a LCK challenger team. So they took retired players like Score and Rich. It's recently retired. I think he just played for Dignitas in the spring. I don't know why they got rid of him because he's a really good top laner. But anyways, Kuro, which you remember from the Rocks Tigers, and then there's No Fei, retired coach that was the Rocks Tigers coach. He was a Victory 5 coach when Rookie was on there. Now it's changed to Nip. And he talks about how you make plays around vision. And that's what I've been preaching. Um, I talk about this all the time in my content, but like I came from a world of Warcraft 3. I played the game since the beta, and before that I played Warcraft 2 for like 4 years maybe, the BattleNet edition, and played Iron Ladder and Ranked Ladder. So I've been playing ranked games for a long time with ladders, ranked on Warcraft 3. My name wasn't Sodaron on there, so don't try to look me up. And on League of Legends, I have 6 accounts, so don't go look at Sodaron and tell me I'm a noob because of that, because back then in Season 3, it was better to have multiple accounts. You had a lot, like, some of the reason is you'd have, you get people that are like trolling or smurfing or people that dodge. And so you needed a few accounts to like go back and forth on, because maybe you get in the draft and you're like, I don't want a misfortune on my team, or I don't want to blitzcrank jungle. So you go out of the game and you go on a different account. So I have 6 accounts. Don't go and look at my main. My main was like more of a Smurf account back then. And then it also, besides that, like I have thousands of games played, because back then you had to get the account to level 30 before you can rank, but you also had to unlock all the champions, and it took a lot more time than it does now. You didn't get boxes and mystery gifts, and also you had to unlock the runes and the rune pages, and that took a lot of time and a lot of games to unlock that before you could even begin to think about playing ranked games or worry. Now, a lot of people would go straight into the ranked and not care, but you needed certain runes for different champions. And so I came from the World of Warcraft 2, and I learned from one of the best players on the server. He had like a 90% win rate, and I saw him 1 versus 3 people. He was so good. And he told me that it was all about scouting out your enemy. And so the same principle applies like in Warcraft 3 here. Now, Warcraft 3 was a lot different than Warcraft 2 because it started heroes, which are champions in League of Legends. And what he's going to do is send out a peon to scout, and the enemy spawns up here. And again, it's like League of Legends. We're on a Fog of War map where you only see vision wherever your own units are. So here he's getting vision. He's looking for the enemy. You only see vision wherever you have units. There aren't wards in this. Well, there are wards in this game, but got the trolls give sentry wards. There you see the enemy. The enemy's doing the same thing. The enemy's a Korean, the best Korean Warcraft 3 player. He's on DRX actually. And the enemy's doing the same thing. He's scouting him out, and you make your plays based off, or you're trying to get information on your enemy and make plays and plan ahead your attacks. You don't just attack for no reason. So he's seeing the build that the Night Elf players going up here. But in this game, you don't just control one champion, you can control 3 champions at one time, plus many other units. So, you know, in League of Legends, to me, it's pretty easy because I played this for years before League of Legends, and I'm controlling just one champion. So I came from this game where you have all these hot buttons and different things. So to me, I'm just giving you a basis of why my knowledge or information may be valuable to you. Do you want to get to the next level? I'm here to show you how to get there. Now, I like League of Legends because I like the pro teams, and I think it's interesting. Let me go. Okay, so we'll be looking at how the teams and players make plays around the map once spotting out an enemy. If you watch professional League of Legends and don't play too often, it's easy to forget the area of vision of a ward, and in this case, you get Maokai Sapling, which are free wards, or Scuttle Crab, or the Farsight alteration. So just a quick game rundown. I could have done this better. I'm just doing this for the first time, going through my slides. I don't have an editor. I may have grammar errors in this. So you make plays off vision control. No Faye said that. If you don't believe me, look it up. He's one of the best coaches in the game. He was showing the players, like, you find a ward. As soon as you see any type of enemy information, you make your plays and plan around that. So your lane goals, you're trying to get 10 CS per minute. If you're a solo queue player and you don't know how to get better, you're trying to get 100 CS at 10 minutes is your first goal. And then you're trying to get 150 CS at 15 minutes, which then that'll get you boots and one item. Then you're trying to get 200 CS at 20 minutes, and etc. 300 at 30. At 20 minutes, you should have 2 items and your boots, so the team can quickly take a Baron and hopefully close out the game with a final push. You also want all 4 of the Dragon Souls if you can, because you get the execute. Whereas like a Smolder team may not want that as much because you already have the execute on Smolder, but that's another story. So the BDS bottom and support lane swap. I don't know why in this game, because they've got a winning top lane matchup and a winning bottom lane matchup. But I don't know if it's tried to prevent the Void Grubs from G2 because they seem like they don't care about the dragon. Now, I didn't get to watch them really play Mad Lions or Fnatic. I've been busy. I told you I've been on antibiotics for 10 days. My dog has been very sick all week. He's been having seizures and passing out and wouldn't eat. So I've had to take and care about him. And also I've been spending a lot of time on these slides because you'll see as we go in. I'm trying to level up. Trying to use the Rift Kit. I'm trying to find the actual area of vision of things to show you, so you know when you're going around the map where you can go and where you can't go, or where wards can be placed and spot you out, because you can make movements around these areas if you know it, where the enemy won't spot you out, and then you can counter them from behind, for example. So BDS seemed to have superior early vision, adding map pressure. You got the Maokai that has saplings. That's for one. You got extra vision. I learned in this game and haven't really thought about it, but I've learned his Brushmaker can scout as well, because you could put the Brushmaker on enemy brushes and get vision, or so it acts like a ward. And then BDS, or as I was saying, wards give you map pressure. So like if you're a supporter or a jungler and one of your laners like mid lane is shoved up over the line, that I call it, there's a line splitting the map in half, where the bottom half is the blue team, the top half's the red team. If you go over the line and you don't have flash, you shouldn't be over there unless you have wards or a teammate around you. I talk about this over and over and over in my content. Like I say, I'm getting on this pedestal. I beat the dead horse over and over again every time. I'm doing the same thing just about. So I try to find, like, there's an NFL show called The Turning Point. And I try to find, like, the turning point in these games where what big play made the winning team win, for example. And they do that in the NFL show, where it's usually like the game comes down to one play that a team makes over the other team and they win. They get a momentum off of that and the game's pretty much over. So the first team fight at around 17 minutes is important here, because Broken Blade teleports in, and after he's done that, it's like Hans Sama tells the team, wait a minute, I don't have enough mana. So Ashe didn't have enough mana to engage in a team fight and win, but Broken Blade's already teleported in where he didn't need to, and G2 should have disengaged and made another play around the map. So then your teleport, again, I've got a card, and it's in some of my past content from 2 years ago, that teleport is 6 minutes or 4 minutes. So you got to wait another like 4 minutes. At 10 minutes in the game, you get to unleash teleport, where you can teleport on the wards and flank. Where you got to wait another 4 minutes then till you can make another play around the map. So the miscommunication on G2, and they lose Mickey X, and they cannot commit to the fight. And Ashe needed to recall and come back. I also see that there was only one anti-healing item in this game, where there was Maokai that has a passive that heals him, and he could also take Warmogs and have healing. He didn't in this game, but I don't think he needed it. Dr. Mundo has healing in his kit, which you get an Executioner's Calling, you get a Bramble Vest, you get an Oblivion Orb. A lot of people are really down on Executioner Calling or Bramble Vest and Oblivion Orb, and I think they're three of the most gold efficient games in the items in the game, because you can even cut down the healing on like the dragon regens or HP pots. So it's even gold efficient, really, even if it's a champion that's not like Aatrox or Dr. Mundo, or Renekton has healing in his kit. So in this game, Broken Blade has the Executioner's Calling. There's a fight at the very end where G2 can't even take the fight, and Broken Blade teleports in, and Dr. Mundo and Maokai are already engaging on G2, and they can't even cut the healing down because Broken Blade's the one that has the Executioner's Calling. And really, he shouldn't even be engaging Dr. Mundo and Maokai, because his job's to get into the back line and fight like Ezreal or Corki in this game and shut them down. So in this game, like, I think Mickey X needed a Bramble Vest, or it may sound weird, but the Ivern, I think, needed an Oblivion Orb. They needed more than one champion that had the anti-healing item, because BDS would spread them apart, and then it was too late for Broken Blade to get in and auto-attack the Mundo to get the anti-healing, or auto-attack the Maokai. And then also another type of turning point really is Yike gets chunked out right before BDS take the Baron, and then they go and take the Baron, and Yike has to go back to town and then heal and come back, and it's too late, and they need him there to try to smite steal. So BDS go ahead and go in, and there's nothing that G2 can really do about it. So was G2 outdrafted or outplayed in this game? Perhaps both. So go ahead and looking at game one draft. Again, I don't know how to do this show. I don't know to go through my slides first or mix it in. It seemed like people really, I didn't get too much reaction out of how I did the last time, where I go through the slides. So I'll probably watch the game and go with my slides. So we're looking at the draft, and I guess I'll go ahead and look at the game, but G2 draft Renekton, Ivern, Zeri, Ashe, and Nautilus into Dr. Mundo, Maokai, Corki, Ezreal, and Rakan, which pretty much G2 got outdrafted here, because it looks like the Ezreal and the Rakan counter the Nautilus Ashe. It looks like the Zeri, though, is good into Corki, but the Maokai looks like he's maybe a little bit better than the Ivern. It looks like about a 50-50% coin flip type thing, skill matchup, but I'm not really big on Ivern. I didn't know about he could put the Brushmaker down, but I feel like Ivern can get countered really hard if you go in his jungle and just take his camps away. Now he'll show up in other lanes and be more of a support, but that's okay, because you can go in and just steal Ivern's camps, and then because he has to wait for the passive to kick in. But I did realize that he can scout out enemy brushes and other things with the Brushmaker, and I didn't even think about that. I didn't know it gives you vision. So go ahead and look into this. So I haven't watched this all the way through. I think I had it on when it was live and I wrote the notes. Again, I've been busy. I apologize. I'm glad that the games are slowing down. We got 2-week break now to Worlds. So the way I look at this is 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh wait.
It
I messed
feels
that up.
so safe, very flexible. We've seen both AP and full tank option as builds. Now, G2
I'm happy I got
to
the
cover their bot
hotkeys
lane here
down.
if they want to, whether that be the Leona. Instead, they can also answer the picks. They could pick something like the Lucian in the mid.
I messed that
maybe
up
the
again.
Sejuani. Yone available as well. The Sejuani-Yone combo could be something that we see from G2. They seem to have a lot of options at their disposal.
My brain is, it's kind of at the end of my day again. I get into this every time.
Oh.
We always see a Nivea come through. Do you guys know the reference?
No, he just likes his Spanish.
Okay,
So
fair
I look
enough.
at
He was always
1,
at the
2,
arse,
3. This is how my brain sees this.
I might be wrong in that, but I'm pretty sure there's
Because you can take counter picks. Some picks are better on blue side. So stop this for a second. Again, I'm still learning the Epic Pro or Epic Pen. So, you know, on the red side you get a duo pick, but on blue side you get 2 duo picks. So that can allow some type of synergy. Like there may be some type of synergy between these 2 champions here, for example, because you got Ivern that has a shield and you got Nautilus that has a shield, and then you got Rel that breaks the shield, so you're taking that away from BDS, for example. So it's like maybe this was predetermined from G2 that they wanted Ivern and Nautilus, and they banned the Rel because you got 2 shielded champions. You don't want them to have Rel, for example. Braum, I think he counters Ezreal pretty well. You don't want, if you're BDS, you don't want Caps on Corki, and you probably don't want Yike to have Ivern. I think he's already pretty well known for being pretty decent on Maokai, except I don't know why he won't take the phase rush on Maokai. He takes like first strike or what else? I don't know. I don't see him take the phase rush. The Ashe seems like it does pretty well with Hansama. He likes to hit. He likes to engage or disengage for G2. I don't know if there's some. I think there's some problems on G2 with their engages or disengages communication. I think that Yike, like I said, I'm not putting him down, but he's young, and it seems like he gets in a hurry sometimes. And I can just see when he's talking fast, like when they have the lounge after the LEC and they interview him, and it's like he talks really fast, and I'm like, I can't really understand what he's saying. He needs to slow down. I don't know if it's like caffeine or excited. I have that problem when I get on microphone. I like talk too loud or get too fast. You don't want Azir. You don't want Caps to have Azir. Azir can get the squishies, people call it. I don't really like that term, but you can get the ADs out of the back line pretty easily by, you got so much range with Azir and like, you know, that far on the screen, and then you can ult them back. And so I don't really know much about Ice. I think he's Korean. I don't know. He looks Korean to me. I don't know much about Nuke or Sheo. I know about Labrov. I did some Vitality VOD reviews a couple years ago, or breakdowns, I call them. And because I used to take the alt timers, for example, and put them in my notes, because a lot of you don't even know the alt timers. And then if you look at it on the sites, it tells you seconds. It doesn't tell you minutes. And so you need to know the alt timer cooldowns, especially if you're at the pro level, because that's where you make your plays from. You need to know when Maokai's ult will be back up, or you need to know when Nautilus' ult is down so you can make a play. You need to know when the flashes are down. I made a little card. Maybe I need to find it and put it back in here, but you can print it out and it tells you all the cooldown timers. I keep it on my desk. But this was from 2023. I don't think they've really changed, but it's like, well, what's Flash's cooldown? And if I ask you, and most of you probably don't know, and it's 300 seconds. Well, you Google it, it says 300 seconds. Well, how many seconds to minutes is that? And you're like, I don't know. It's 5 minutes. Or What is that with the CDR boots? Well, it's 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Well, what's that if you have the Cosmic Insight? 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Well, what's that with the boots and the Cosmic Insight? Well, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And so on. Heal, and you make your plays off the vision control, and when the enemy team's ults are down, or when their flash is down, or their cooldowns are down, you don't just randomly go try to kill people for no reason. There's an order to everything in the universe and cosmos. So BDS take away 2 ADs from Hansama, the Draven and the Callista. I don't know why the Vi ban. I'm guessing maybe Sheo is good on the Vi. I don't know why the Braum. Maybe Lebrov is good on the Braum. I told you why the Rel. I think, you know, some of it is these 2 champions have shielding. Let's hear what the casters have to say, because I've not listened.
Surprising to me. We haven't really seen it from Mickey. I mean, we've seen him play the champion. We saw him playing in summer, but in season finals, it's not really.
Ezreal's banned or picked 85% of the time in the LEC. Now, some of the reason why I'm bored with the LEC, like this weekend, they're on patch 14.15, where in the LCK they've been on 1.6 for 2 weeks, or the LPL. I don't know why the LEC was staying so behind on the patches. I think that's going to hurt the players when Worlds comes around and they're already that far behind. That's why you see like a GX, for example, are so bad against a G2. It's because their coaching staff is so small that they're literally like playing on 14.13 and 4 and haven't developed the new meta on patch 14.15. So the BLG is going to be light years ahead of G2, for example, or T1 or Gen G. So LEC is really harming G2 and Fnatic and whoever the third team is. I don't even think there's a third team, right? There's just 2. It's just Fnatic and G2. No, Mad Lions is there. That's right. They play Vikings. So we've got 4 AD bans for BDS. Recently just started seeing Caps play the Smolder. You don't want Caps to have Tristana. I've seen him have really hard carry games on Tristana. He's top-notch Tristana and Corki, that's for sure. Even playing in LPL teams and LCK teams, like his Tristana and Corki are really good. Even though I just saw Faker have a really crazy Corki game. So the Rakan is a counter into the Nautilus. The Ezreal's a counter into the Ashe. The Dr. Mundo's a counter into the Renekton. The Zeri is a counter into the Corki. This matchup seems like it's... I still think that Maokai is a little bit better than Ivern. I'm not really big on Ivern. But I also don't own him. I need to own him and play him in solo queue. I'd probably do really well because I like to play kind of a support champion or support jungle, and that's like right up my alley. So looking into the lane matchups here. Now, I did these slides like a week ago, and I added to them a little bit. But this was saying that Renekton wins against Dr. Mundo 100% of the time, and I even thought when I did this, isn't Mundo a counter to Renekton? But there was only like 1 game, and this was, and Korea was already on 0.16. Now we're on 1.7. So it's hard to find stats really of the LEC matchups. I look at Korea. I don't look at like the EU server. So Ivern, it says, is like a 50% coin flip matchup. It says Zeri wins against Corki 50% of the time, and I thought that's wrong because isn't Zeri a counter into Corki? And so then it says Ashe wins against Ezreal 42% of the time, or 47% of the time, really almost 48% of the time. Nautilus wins against Rakan 33% of the time. So, you know, besides the mid lane matchup, G2 got outdrafted really because they got a losing matchup here. They got a losing matchup top, a losing matchup jungle, losing matchup bottom lane. But as request from a viewer of my content, I'm looking at other regions and stuff. So I went to the global. It says, again, 50% matchup for Renekton, but we know that's wrong because then I went to this patch, Grandmaster Plus rank, and it says Mundo wins against Renekton 87% of the time, and it was like 88 games. So, Corki and Tazeri. The way I do this is like, this is BDS, and this is G2, right? This is blue team, this is red team. So, losing matchup up top for G2. And as I talk about, you can't get a whole team comp and pro games that are winning every lane. Now, G2 gave a pretty good one to BDS in this game. So, you know, their bottom lane, losing matchup, both sides. Usually it's like you get a winning AD, but then a losing support, or a losing AD, but a winning support. G2 win the mid lane. I think they lose this one, and this says 40%. And so I don't really know. Like I said, I guess I got to mix the slides in. And what I'm first trying to explain and show you, and I went into like one of my last VODs here. I think it was this one where I went into solo queue and was trying to find this out, where I practiced and practiced and practiced. I think it was this one where I went into the practice tool and over laned what I'm trying to talk about. But I don't remember exactly where it was. Yeah, it's right here. I am just pulling this up because I'm trying to explain what I'm trying to explain to you guys. I'm trying to figure out, see, like right there shows, when I hit A, it shows the area vision. But it looks like it's larger than what the profile icon is around a champion. And what we're trying to figure out is, well, when do you exactly get vision on your enemy? And that's what I was trying to figure out in this. And you can go back and watch it. It's my G2 verse. Was it Mad Lions? It is a little bit bigger than my portrait on the mini map. And I'm just showing you this because this is what I'm trying to explain it in this first slide. So his area is we're trying to figure out, when do you first get vision off Ezreal? Like, how far away from this little profile on the minimap? Because I'm usually looking at the minimap. How far away is it from his little circle on the minimap? It's a little bit bigger on this till you see Ezreal. This is the handshake, they call it. So it's like, when exactly do I get vision on Ezreal? I think it's a little bit before, like, the two little circles intersect. But I think it's like more like about that far apart. And maybe this is confusing or dumb to most of you, but I mean, if you want to get to the next level, you got to understand this stuff. So when exactly, like, how does it look on the mini map? There. See how it's what I'm trying to show. It's when, like, these two, sorry, it's when these two, I was too close to the mic. kiss each other, basically. So it's like when they intersect on the mini-map. Be nice if I hit A so I could see the area of vision. But I think it's a little bit before. So we're looking to see, when does Ezreal reveal himself to us? So you see it's like he has to intersect with me before I even see him. On the, again, I'm looking at the mini map, but it's like his icon has to kiss my icon. See how his portrait's hugging mine? Like, I don't see him until then. I'm trying to look at it again. See how his portrait's hugging mine? I don't see him until. So is it like they got to be kissing, or is it just like a tiny bit? See how his portrait's hugging mine? I don't see him until. Again, I'm watching this. I'm trying to see when exactly he goes out of vision, and see how his portrait's hugging mine. I don't see him until. I should have probably slowed this down, but it looks like it's like when they intersect each other. Yeah, his portrait's hugging mine. Like, I don't see him until then. So it's like they got to be kissing each other. And that's what I'm trying to show, because I don't think a lot of you realize this or pay attention to this. Also, again, sorry about this on these slides, but later when we get into it, I realized I don't need to use this tool. I took the time. I was putting out content so fast, I didn't even have the time to learn how to use this. You know, time, it takes a lot of time to learn. So like here, I don't think BDS see Nautilus, for example. And that's what I'm talking about. They're fanning out. Ivern gets vision on Maokai. See, they're kissing, they're intersecting. Adam and Broken Blade, they're intersecting. I try to not name drop on my slides, so I just put the champion names. So you all don't favor people, or, for example. But see, Zeri has vision of Corki, and Corki has vision of Zeri, but they don't have vision of Nautilus. They don't have vision of Rakan. They don't have vision of Ezreal. And like even me, where I've watched so many pro matches, I forget this mechanic because I'm always seeing the vision of both teams. I might have to make some more tea here in a minute. I'm only on slide 11 of like 165. I was trying to play the video and I forgot I'm not playing a video. So like even here, this is what I was trying to show you a minute ago in the VOD, but I don't think Ivern has vision of Ezreal yet. It has to intersect. Corki has vision of Zeri. Ezreal has vision on Nautilus. But you can't see because of the fog of war. Ezreal can't see Nautilus. He can with the ward. Or they can't see Rakan. Again, you make your plays off vision. So, like, really, Rakan, Maokai, Corki could come down here, get Nautilus if they wanted to. But they don't know if Ashe is behind here somewhere. So Zeri wards the BDS Raptor Pit at 1 minute 18 seconds, and it spots out Dr. Mundo. So we're showing the area of vision. Okay, so we got Zeri wards the Raptor Pit at 1 minute and 18 seconds. So again, we're looking at the area of vision. This shows Mundo. I probably circled this wrong. I should have circled Mundo and not Zeri. But this ward spots out Mundo. So now G2 see Mundo, Corki, and they don't see the others. And I don't know, again, to show these slides or go into the game. So we've got Mundo has a gank. This shows that this shows that BDS is lane swapping here because Mundo's in the mid lane, so you'll get Rakan and Ezreal top. I don't know why BDS decided to do this. I guess they're worried about Broken Blade carrying. You got the ward on the Raptor Pits, which is where you want to get one at like 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you're a mid laner, you want to try to spot the enemy jungler out so you can prevent a gank. And you're always trying to find information on enemy. The way I jungle is I go in and try to counter jungle and take enemy junglers farm away and then just shut them out of the game. So you get a gank here with Mundo in the mid lane. You know, so at this point, G2C, Adam, and Nuke, they don't know where Rakan is yet, or Ezreal. This probably tells G2, though, that they're lane swapping since Mundo's just in the mid lane. I guess maybe they're worried about this Zeri and the Corki. Maybe that's one reason why they invested like this so much. Try to shut down Caps super early, get his flash out, and then like level 3 Maokai can come gank. Okay, sorry, I had to attend to my dog real quick. Next slide. Nautilus spots Maokai and harasses. Looking for Dr. Mundo, forces Maokai to smite. So Mickey X makes a play here. Kind of dangerous for G2 in this position to go solo. Well, I guess maybe at level 2, it's not so bad. And they know where they know Mundo's top. He goes top instead of bottom. Hansama's down in the bottom lane. But Mickey X, I guess, goes in here, probably try to get a ward down, try to find the jungler, but he does a good job, harasses Sheo here and forces him to smite early, afraid that Mickey's going to steal the blue buff from him. So gives G2 information. They've got, they got this information over here, so they got both sides safe for Caps to push aggressively in this lane, and I talk about it all the time, but there's a line is how I see the game where it splits this map in half, and then like this side up here is red sides half of the map, and this down here is blue sides half of the map. And then when you cross this line over, you're on the enemy side of the map. You should have flash or have a teammate near you or have some type of ward to know that you're safe. I think I'm gonna go into the game here. Trying to just go the first 2 minutes. Should Renekton and Ivern rotate bottom and push down the BDS T1 turret like I see T1 and LCK teams macro. So yeah, when I see the LCK teams, they don't stand up here and try to lane. And this may be a turning point for G2 as well. Like they're not used to these lane swaps. Jayo's level 2 already. All of G2's level 1. But I tend to see like the LCK teams, instead of having their top laner up here trying to lane into 2 people or champions. Now Adam should be able to go down and get information on Ivern. But Renekton go down here and just push this turret down and have Ivern go down here as well. You got Mickey X up in here harassing Maokai. But really, he should probably be down here getting level 2 with Ashe. So let's watch the game a little bit, hear what they have to say.
Just struggle to escape from this juggernaut in the top lane.
It's also, you just don't really have a huge amount of damage to take them down. With Ashe, you want to go for static shiv into a lot of these builds, and it just isn't really a tank shredder. And when you look towards Zeri as well, even though
tank shredder,
Immortal Shippo Force or even some Bork builds, it's not great at taking down the Mundo. So if Adam gets time to scale, he's going to be in a...
At Chewy?
Sorry, I don't have YouTube Premium. I can't afford it.
Of course, there are plenty of counters that Adam could go for, but it depends.
Ashe shredder, and when you look, I think when you're just looking for picks with this Ashe.
When I look at this BDS composition,
Yeah, they got the matchup.
and Mad Lions
Okay, here we go.
lock the spots at World Championship. We'll have our 3 teams going to Munich. If G2 lose, then only the finalists will be locking.
So like I said, look at it, this position. Caps has vision on Nuke. Remember, like I said, it's when these icons intersect with each other, or kiss, as I call it. So he's got vision. Mickey has vision on Labrov, for example.
Their spots for the World Championship. Given
Now Hansama has vision on Ezreal.
secured a lot on the line for BDS to keep their remaining gear.
So I don't know why BDS try to lane swap. Maybe they're trying to fake G2 out right now. It's like they predetermined to lane swap. Get some information on Shio.
The most important matchup of the LEC season finals thus far, and maybe throughout, depending on who we send to Worlds. Now, we already talked a little bit about the drafts here. As for G2, I like, again, playing towards Broken Blade. Dak, you talked a little bit about how Yike syncs up here.
There you see Mickey gets spotted. So now BDS know where Nautilus is. They don't know where Ivern and they just saw Ivern and Renekton. They don't know. I think it was Ezreal spotted Ashe. So did they get vision on Nautilus? Yeah, Labrov got vision on Nautilus as well.
Playing towards Broken Blade. Dak, you talked a little bit about how Yike syncs up here. Yike has been under scrutiny in this season finals as well. And so him on a more supportive jungler to let his solo lanes thrive looks like good news to me.
Yeah, I think it was a...
Well, it just depends if Nautilus is... I think he's in the brush at that point, so I can't see.
Very well for them in their last series as well. So I'm excited to see him come back onto this pick. And especially when you have the double AD carries, being able to give...
Let me see. So Nautilus, Recon. Where was that ward? It's kind of hard to go. And we're wanting to see if we can see him right there. So BDS vision ward. So it looks like it's like right there. Okay, so no. He'd have to... He'd have to be about right there.
Give them so I'm excited.
Looks like good news to me.
Yeah, I think it was a pick that
I was trying to see when he comes out of this brush
To let his
if
whole
it
lanes
would spot him out
looks like good news to me.
right there. I don't think it does though. But also trying to get these exact is hard as well. It just depends if where the exact placement of that ward, it could spot him. Just really depends. See if we can see the ward.
I think it was a pitch when you have the tours as lady carries.
See, it looks like the ward is... It looked like it was like back over here a bit, so... Like, I guess that Mickey knows to stay out of that ward's placement is why he's hugging down this far. He has to assume that they warded that, so he knows to stay out of this vision. Maokai wards outside of the wolf camp and reside. That's supposed to say red side. Which spots Mickey X. See, where there's a ward down here apparently. So again, we're trying to find that area of vision, and the further I got into this slides, the better I got. So I was like leveling up and skilling up because it's kind of hard. Like I just showed you, like you got to have like exact placement of these wards to represent, because you could be off a little bit and that ward might miss you. And these are like why high tier teams are better than the lower tier teams. It's these little macro decisions and laning skill.
Being able to give them the on-hit AP damage is big, but Adam...
So even if I don't go through all the slides, you know, you have these to go and watch along with the game.
G2 Giant X tried to lane swap on G2, and it didn't work out quite the way that they wanted, but BDS routine...
Trying to like follow along with the slides. It looks like the next slide play is like 2 minutes or after there's a ward here in the pit. Sheo gets level 2. He might have been able to all in Mickey right there. But he's worried about, well, where is Ashe? Because, you know, they don't have vision on Ashe right there.
But Ignite now down as Sheo goes back to clearing. Broken Blade has spotted out that BDS are now in this.
I think Adam's looking for Ivern. He's also losing out on XP. So, okay. There's the ward right here, which we saw. I showed on a slide.
But once he realized that there was nobody there on the bottom end, Mickey's just being a nuisance. But you can see Yike is already up on that top side. So
I'd have been able to steal that, kill that wolf.
Should be able to get this wave, and Yike as well has been able to get a good amount of his jungle.
So Adams, this ward, I think that wouldn't spot out Yike. I think it's like about like that, so he'd have to be up against this wall. Just looking here. Well, I mislabeled that. So where was that word? It was... Again, it's kind of hard to get these exact. So I don't think it's spotted Yike, though.
Broken Blade should be able to get this wave, and Yike as well has been able to get a good amount of his.
It's too far away. But you know, about right there, it would spot him.
Tail's been pushed off.
So the question naturally becomes...
So Mundo gets spotted out there. I didn't show Mundo get spotted. Some of this might get a little bit too tedious, and I may just run through them quickly. I don't know. But we're trying to train you the area vision on these wards. So Dr. Mundo wards the G2 blue topside jungle, so they're looking for Ivern, but it doesn't find him. But, you know, when he comes back, it'll find him, because now Yike's got to come back and get this wolf camp. Corky's got the side brush warded, so it allows him, and he's got Maokai here, so it allows him to overextend or pressure his lane or shove his lane, whatever you want to call it. G2 have information on the BDS jungle and top laner at 2 minutes 18 seconds. So basically what I was talking about, there's two G2 wards, so they, like BDS, don't know where Ivern is. And G2 should know where all of BDS is at this point. So Renekton's forced to back off the lane because Dr. Mundo is spotted on the G2 ward. So this ward, I think Renekton placed this ward, so it saves his life basically. And again, I don't know why, like, Broken Blade might have been better off just going down here and pushing this lane. I don't know why he tries to lane into the Ezreal, Rakan, and Dr. Mundo. But LEC don't lane swap, or their meta macro isn't on the level of the LCK. They're kind of behind on the lane swaps. So Rakan gets spotted on a G2 ward at 2 minutes and 38 seconds. So again, we're trying to look at the area. So like we keep doing this and making slides, you'll get better. You'll know the range on these wards, or you'll know where these wards are usually placed. So Ivern finally gets spotted over in the BDS jungle, bottom red side at 2 minutes and 56 seconds. So now, you know, BDS know where Ivern is. They've been looking for him for 3 minutes. He's not showing up. Don't know where Broken Blade is. I'm guessing he's up here under the turret, gonna get dove. So we'll go ahead and watch some of the game.
Even lane swapping in the first place. We look at G2 and how their approach to draft has been. This very high priority on Ashe gives their bot lane push over lane. We think back to when G2 is at their strongest. How do they get?
So I think Broken Blade should have backed off and went to bottom lane. So Rakan just gets spotted. I just showed the ward, or I mean the slide. He just got spotted. So I think at this point, Broken Blade's like, well, I don't know where to go because Rakan will get me if I go down into my wave. Looks like he's going into his wave, but I think he's going to get dove right here.
You start to rotate Mickey around the map, but Broken Blade now being forced away. Hit level 2 crucially though. The fact he's been able to get that experience.
So this ward like saved his life.
I think that's the biggest thing. Broken Blade is being denied XP, but the fact that he got that level 2,
I do like the zombie ward. I talk about that in all my content. Looks like you got Mundo teleporting bottom now.
Pull it out. Mundo goes where he pleases, drops on the ground. That's denied. That's mean.
I don't know. I'm gonna look what my next slide is. 3 minutes and 28 seconds. So Lebrov gets spotted out again and clears the ward with the sweeper lens. Again, we're taking a dive into the vision and you make your plays off the vision. So I'm guessing because this ward is swept out, some of the reason why Adam decides to teleport the bottom lane. Renekton is punished for going back to the turret, placed no vision in the G2 jungle, and just saw Rakan sweep out a ward. So I still think that he should be bottom, but now you had Dr. Mundo teleport to the bottom lane to save that turret. And you have Maokai coming in to help Ezreal and Rakan. So at 4 minutes, I try to put the timing on here too, because after a while when you watch these, you'll know the timing of things and where you should be on the map or what objectives you should be taking, or the timing is important. So Nautilus roams top, placing control ward in the G2 topside jungle, relieving pressure from BDS as well to prevent another Renekton death dive gank from BDS. So yes, Renekton gets dove like I was talking about. You got Rakan, you got Nautilus, Maokai, which you can dive with Maokai pretty easily. You got the damage from the Ezreal. I don't know why Adam went down and is coming back up. He should have just, like I said, Renekton should have went bottom and Adam should have stayed top, and you take down the T1 turret and then you swap lanes. Your bottom laner goes mid lane, and then your top and mid lane side lane, and you're safe. But again, the LEC is kind of behind on metas.
DC can now hit him as Broken Blade walks up the top wave. He's thinking, what can I do? But slice and dice in between, and the auto attack still connects.
So big mistakes from Adam, and so Adam gets dove as well. So who's teleporting? Broken Blade's teleporting back top. Again, I said this too, like Gen G abused these teleports like this early. Some of why they lane swap, so they can teleport kind of like Adam to prevent it, but or force a teleport like that and then abuse it and then dive them like you just saw G2 do to Adam.
It is better for BDS through bot, and Adam getting one there.
I don't know why Broken Blade's going top lane again. Still think he should be bottom lane, but you have Nautilus coming up here to relieve pressure. I think he's going to get spotted on these two wards though. So you got him going top to help Broken Blade. Don't.
That experience off of trying to get to the tower thanks to a nice knockup, but now he's TP'd back with the tower.
You got the mid lane that Caps should be winning, so not really paying attention to that.
I mean, the Arcane shifts away, still has the summoners up and available. I guess the one plus side here, gents, is that
you got Adam that's got a kill already. Adam's flash is down, so that'd be a person to gank. Remember, flash 5 minutes, so you got till 7 minutes to gank Adam. But it looks like you got Ezreal and Rakan going bottom now. So I don't know if like BDS were just trying this lane swap out and then it didn't work very well. They did get a kill out of Renekton. But usually you push the whole turret down. You got a ward here. Is that, or no, that's the Scuttle Crab. You got both Scuttle Crabs down. So let's see, slide. G2 ward, the side brush allows Zeri to overextend past what I call the line. Again, I call this the imaginary line, and this side of the map, there's is blue side, and this side is red side. Imaginary line, it splits the river in half horizontally. Blue side of the map, red side, and then when a turret goes down, like say red side gets this turret, then that increases the size of the map, or they get This turret here increases the size of the map. Look, I'm getting better with Epic Pen. So Nautilus is spotted on the Scuttle Crab and Scryer's blue. So I'm guessing Nautilus put this control ward here and went top to help Renekton, but he gets spotted out on the Scuttle Crab. Showing the area vision for one. Ezreal and Rakan were at 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Are spotted going to the bottom lane turret. Okay, so Yike, I think, put a ward here. And so now G2 know that, I don't know the switch collar hotkey. G2 know that Rakan and Ezreal come in bottom lane now, so now Mickey will probably have to go back down here and hang out with Ashe. I think at this point, Ivern's got to collect these two camps, so he'll be going top side, and then the I would rather see them go for the dragon at 5 minutes into the game, but he'll probably collect these camps and then go for Void Grubs at 6 minutes. Five minutes and 28 seconds. Ivern ganks bottom lane. Oh, he went bottom lane with Ashe and Nautilus to go too deep. Oh, he goes too deep. It must be a typo. Nautilus takes a turret shot at low HP from BDS. T1 turret. Ezreal flashes and picks up an easy takedown. So Ezreal's cleanse is down. Basically, this is a greedy dive where you, I guess, need 4 people. You need Zeri to help dive in this. I think you want to be diving they should be trying to dive the Mundo at this point because you have his flash down. So you should be top side diving. Like you should have Zeri and Renekton and Nautilus could be up there, I guess, but they're diving the wrong target. You already got Adam's flash down. So we're at 5 minutes and 28 seconds. I would be trying to dive Adam with his flash down. Ezreal's got his flash. They did get his cleanse out. So now they know where Maokai is. He's on the Scuttle Crab as well. Maokai threw a sapling right here,
Ultimately, I think this was better for G2.
which is one good reason to Maokai. He can stand in the river and throw saplings out and get vision across the river.
Experience is very valuable in the early
He's
games,
OP.
especially when you're considering looking to play around these early objectives. Early objectives just give you a lot of control over the direction of the game moving into the mid game.
So what I think 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
Especially, and when I think we look at G2's most recent series, that control in the mid game is.
Now Broken Blade's a good bit ahead of Dr. Mundo, so it's like the lane swap kind of backfired on BDS. They didn't play it right.
Probably their biggest strength as a team.
Or at least it helped G2. It helped Renekton in a bad matchup get ahead, at least right now. But it's okay. He'll catch up and farm real quick. Hansama's got his boots already. So it's a bad matchup for Hansama, and he's ahead at this point.
A lot of that control is going to help out with the fact that Yike is one of the recipients of a lot of the lead that G2 generated because he got his camps on the top side.
Nautilus has got, both supports got their boots for roaming a lot.
Then got to go and take some of those camps on the bottom lane that Sheo had to abandon because of Mickey.
So we got Ivern coming in for a gank. There's no ward here. Like basically BDS is overextended over this line I'm talking about. Well, not yet. I think they were, and they're backing off now. They know it's too late, so Ivern's coming in. Maybe I should back it up like 5 seconds.
Top side. Then got to go.
Yeah, Rakan just overextended.
Had to abandon because of Mickey, so he's got an experience lead and now wants to lean that into.
So Mickey gets a hook on Rakan, even though that's the wrong person. I don't know why they try to dive this. He should have just backed off. Because you got the cleanse and flash. You got to heal. Oh. Yeah, Mickey gets hit by the turret.
Experience lead and now wants to lean that into bot.
And now with the damage in bot lane as well, makes it easy to get this engaged. LeBron has summoners available, but how they...
Does he try to Q again? Or did he flash? He landed a Q?
Experience lead and now wants to lean that into bot.
And now with the damage in bot lane as well, makes it easy to get this engaged. LeBron has his summoners available, but how are they going to pop it here? Good root from Yike. The cleanse comes out as Mickey jumps in for another dredge line. Part 2 is even better for Ice. He gets
Yeah, that was his flash. I was like, how did he get another dredge line? I was looking at the cooldowns and it wasn't up yet. Greedy flash. Nuke needs to be out of lane and go back. He's got no mana to do anything. Ashe just sent out the hawk shot looking for Maokai. So now he can overextend over this line because he's got this ward here, even though it needs to be deeper, like up here or up here. But he also has the hawk shot. I think that's one reason why they like the Ashe for Han Sama, because he's got can stay safe with the vision. He's got the slow. If you got 2 people coming in and trying to gank, or 3, and get away with the volley, at least early. You got the disengage, engage from the ult. While Mickey X can roam, help out the other lanes.
The execution goes awry, and this time they just overcommit to the play. They think with the arrival of Yike, along with the root connecting, that they would have enough damage to secure a kill, but BDS find the...
So they got Ivern going, I guess, to Void Grubs.
They find another kill onto
They didn't
Mickey.
even have to burn the heal on Lavrov.
See where the slides are. So up top, Renekton was spotted on the BDS vision ward while recalling at 5 minutes and 36 seconds. So I didn't really pay attention to that because I was talking and looking at the bottom lane. So I guess Renekton recalls, and kind of debatable. It's like right there on the edge. He's in the brush right there, so Maokai can't see him. I think Dr. Mundo was spotted on the G2 vision ward topside tri-bush. So we're kind of looking at the area vision, looking to see how close can you get to a ward without the enemy spotting you, which if you want to get to the next level, that's what it takes. So at 5:36, Maokai and Mundo were spotted on the G2 ward in the top tri-brush at 5 minutes and 32 seconds for Mundo and 5 minutes and 36 seconds at Maokai. I also kind of went slide crazy on this, where I probably didn't need to make so many slides, but I was like kind of practicing and seeing what, you know, now that I'm looking through it and all this, I can see stuff I can condense down a little bit. But if you want to get to the next level, this is how you make your plays. This is how you break games down, figure out what went wrong. So 5 minutes and 52 seconds, G2 know where Mundo is. You know, but we're not looking at the minion waves. Ivern gets spotted. Oh, we're not looking at him. We're looking at Ivern, how he's spotted on the vision ward placed in the side brush. So that ward can see back here behind the wall, wherever it's placed. So 6 minutes, the BDS know that Ivern's down here instead of up at the Void Grubs, unless he's pathing up there. I forget where we are in the game. Yeah, so I guess he was pathing up through. I know I just said that a minute ago. Okay, so we got Renekton is spotted on the BDS vision ward topside J4 brush at 6 minutes and 6 seconds. Places control ward to clear vision. So Broken Blade bought a control ward and probably knows this spot's always warded, so he's going to clear that out. This probably helps with the void grubs as well. Like I said, allowing Ivern with the void grubs. Sorry, I'm learning how to run this better. So 6:18, we got Ivern on the void grubs right now. Nautilus gets spotted out. He's oops. Mickey X is coming up here for a gank mid, I guess, and Corky recalls. I think I was saying Corky didn't have mana anyways. Some of the problem that why Zeri's probably better into Corky is she doesn't have mana like Corky does. I don't remember if BDS took the dragon right here or not. But a lot of this, we're trying to look at the area of visions and how you get spotted out. So like here, this ward would spot out Mickey X where he is. So I guess we'll look at the game. About 30 seconds.
Like they were fine in that. They had no issue.
So you see Mickey's down here. He's going to get spotted. He's got a control ward, so he's going to take that out, which will allow him to pressure the map, or pressure the lane, even though he's into a losing lane matchup. And he's also a level ahead of Renekton. But I'm sure once Mundo gets ult, he's probably lanes really well into Renekton. So I've already went almost 2 hours. I don't want to drag this out forever. I gotta start to go pretty slide crazy later on, but I doubt I'll spend like a lot of time looking at the slides. I'll just kind of quickly go over them, and then I gave you the link, so when you're watching this, you can look at the, again, a lot of you probably have second monitors, or you can look on your cell phone or a tablet while you're watching this.
Little mistakes that we've seen creeping into G2's game plan, and it's ended up benefiting BDS there, because that gold lead that was fairly sizable in that bot lane, about 400 gold, now only down.
You have BDS have a vision ward down here to prevent some type of dive, even though they know where Nautilus is.
200 thanks to the early kill.
They don't know where Ivern is, but it's either probably at Dragon, their Nautilus just gets spotted again. So Abrav clears that ward out. Again, some of the reasons zombie ward's so good, and also now Nautilus is going to get spotted on that ward. So it should make Hans Sama back off here. Some of his reasonings probably he has ult, so he wants to make some type of play. Zeri has TP, but you can't unleash teleport till 10 minutes. So Ivern gets the void grubs. I know I've been very critical and said that you can't really take any objectives till he has Daisy, but this is the second time now I've seen where Ivern can go and take the void grubs at level 5. So I was wrong about that. Still difficult though. If like Mundo came down and tried to harass him, he probably wouldn't be able to do it, or Corky.
And you think, oh, it's not too bad, and ultimately you're right.
So like the only way Ivern can really do it is if the lanes are pressured like they are in this situation. It's probably another reason why Hans Sama's pressuring the bottom lane so much. They're trying to allow Yike to get the void grubs, and now Mundo's got level 6, so you can probably like guessing he's all inning Broken Blade right here. He's a level ahead of Broken Blade, and he's got ult now, even though he's behind on CS, but doesn't really matter. Yike has a control ward. Zeri has a control ward. Rakan's got a control ward. So 2 sweepers on BDS, 2 sweepers on G2.
Always becomes, how how do you as Renekton get onto these champions?
Yeah.
Of course,
And I would think that now BDS can do the dragon because you got the scuttle crab, and like I said, there's probably some type of stats. He also gets a ward here that should be able to spot Zeri out whenever she comes around this corner, or when Nautilus goes through here, or Ivern tries to take this camp, so they'll be able to spot Ivern out. I'm guessing that they're prepping for dragon here. They got the scuttle crab. As I was saying, there's got to be some stat where like 80% win rate if you've got the crab over the objective. Could be wrong.
Head up with a double lady carry. Both Zeri and Ashe do have great scaling, and I think
Also,
it's
he's
not
got a
to say
sapling
it's
in
just
that
about a lot of the
brush
games
behind
around these
the
carries
red
that
buff.
kind of favor BDS in the straight up 5.
So slides. Now having these slides helps me even when I'm watching the game to have better analysis, even if they're not useful for you. So Rakan gets spotted on the G2 ward at 6 minutes and 25 seconds in the bottom tri-brush. You had Ivern up here at the Void Grubs. Corki has no mana, so he has to back. Caps is going very aggressive in the mid lane, he's overextended the whole time. Nautilus gets spotted out on a ward on his way down, so I think BDS know that Mickey X is on his way down. So my next slide's not till 8 minutes and 56 seconds. So Yike gets spotted on a BDS sapling. So there you go. That may even give vision clear over to, it may pick up Mickey X as well. Let me look real quick. So Mickey it's difficult to make these slides. Mickey is at the turret. There. So if the sapling's there, it should spot out both of them actually. Yike's like right there, so it spots out. Let me see, I can cheat this real quick. Fix this slide really quick. Ah. Bam. Fixed. So our next slide's not until 9 minutes. I guess not much goes on in the game.
Composition operating is like, hey, we're trying to fish for arrows with Hans Sama as PB goes low, and try and set up like.
So Ezreal's doesn't have an ult. He's been behind for a while. It's not like Ezreal's ult is very game changing. I would think BDS go for dragon here. Here we go. We finally got Sheo going for the dragon. Adam's flash is down, so it's a good time to dive. So their G2 did take advantage of that Mundo flash being down like I talked about. Now they can probably make a play on Ezreal as well since his cleanse flash is down. So I look for Ivern to collect those camps that are green and go bottom. Or Zeri could go down and make some type of play.
G2 with an early game top that now moves up. You can see XE just picked up as well. While BDS are trading bot side of the map. Dragon picked up. Remember, Grubs were already taken early.
Got Sheo, put another sapling there in the brush. Mid lane. Another reason why Maokai is so strong, allows you to check brushes without face checking. Caps has flash here, so
Caps is baiting. He's being super slow here. Shayo walks into the wave. Just a small trade.
Yike was up gathering information in the BDS jungle. Unfortunately, he can't steal camps like a Maokai can. So BDS have one dragon. Hansama and Mickey X backed here. They're late for the dragon. And Mickey just got spotted on a ward right here. Oh. I thought I hit the wrong button. So Mickey X just gets spotted. So now BDS know we're Nautilus, and they're probably going to assume he's coming down here. So that allows Ezreal to play safe. He's probably not going to go over this line. Got this control ward here from, I think it was Ivern that placed it there, because he can't... Or you can have two, right?
A lot of time into grinding the solo queue ladder.
You can only have one, right? Because it resets.
Looking on his champion pool, and G2 seems to have found a formula for him. But
so Hansama gets caught out on a ward. Let's see. Slides. Ashe spotted on BDS ward behind the Dragon Pit from Rakan at 9 minutes 8 seconds. Again, showing the area vision. There's really no way you could go around this. So, like, if you're at 9 minutes in the game and you're Ashe or you're going to bottom lane, you may want to go this way or go this way instead of going through the jungle. So, kind of a macro error. Trying to get to the lane faster, but probably something that they would get punished. G2 would get punished for by like a LPL or LCK team at Worlds. So this bottom lane brush BDS ward would spot out Ashe if Ezreal or Rakan weren't around. What am I? This bottom lane brush. Oh. I don't know exactly what I mean by that. I guess I'm showing the area vision. And all I'm showing, you know, if they weren't there, this ward would spot him. But also this wave spots him out. So I was just trying to show this would show him. You know, Mickey X just got spotted. Again, you make your plays off where you see the enemy. Because that's what's difficult when you start watching all these pro matches is you forget, like, well, the red team can't see Yike right here. They can see Mickey because of this ward, and they can see Hansama, but they can't see Yike. So just showing the area vision. This ward clear back against the wall shows up this far. It's kind of hard to get where the portrait, you know, because this is the exact middle. But we'll get better at this on this channel. Again, this is what pro teams do. So, especially the Asian teams. This is what GAM did. So 9 minutes and 21 seconds, Nautilus is spotted on the BDS ward. He just got spotted earlier here too, roaming down here. And Ezreal and Rakan back off the lane pressure. Of course, I told you they probably already knew this because they were like seconds ago. We're at 9 minutes and 21 seconds. So it's been like 20 seconds. But they don't know where Ivern is because he's in this brush. So can't see. So at 9 minutes 33 seconds, Nautilus and Ivern are spotted on the BDS side lane ward. So a good ward put there by BDS. Showing Yike trying to take the Gromp. Showing Mickey X wanting to flash over the wall and probably try to Q right there. And then hit with an Ashe arrow. Maybe that's what they're setting up. So at 10 minutes and 4 seconds, Rakan and Maokai are spotted on the G2 ward bottom tri-brush. The control ward. And Nautilus is recalling on the vision ward. 10 minutes and 46 seconds. Looks like there's a dive getting set up. And Corky may even be coming down bottom lane, but there's a control ward right here that will spot him. But I'm guessing they're going to get dove. Ashe lost her flash and cleanse, so it's a good time to dive. So let's go ahead and I guess watch some of the game.
Consistent on the other side, I feel like that we have two very powerful AD carries that in this game are already set up for success.
And Ice is just terrifying.
So they know Mickey's coming down here. That ward, this ward spots him. This ward spots him.
Down here to try and put that pressure on towards him. So Rob will spot them out. Mickey can't get the hook here though.
Waiting for the dredge line, but away with the battle dance is super easy here as G2 go a little bit deeper. Yike is now at level
I think they're going to
16.
try to
Hop on out.
catch him here. Like I said, Ashe has got her ult, so trying to hook him. Hit the Ashe, ult on him. Hit him with Daisy.
Exactly as you say, Doug, that the menace
But
is-
they don't get anything.
See how much damage he was able to
I mean,
do
Ezreal also has his cleanse.
They were the ones forced
His
to
flash is
keep
about to be back up, so
very close
that's
to
probably the gank I was talking about earlier. Is Ashe or Ezreal's flash was down, so you want to try to make some type of dive.
And we're kind of getting closer
You
now.
make your plays around vision, and then the summoner spells being down and the ultimates being
Given how
down.
strong this Renekton is, they'll likely concede.
Set up on the bot lane.
Lebrov spotted out,
30 seconds, and now we see
and
Hunter
then
flashing away, which means
Ashe had to flash.
Sheo is looking for
Apparently he loses his cleanse as well.
We shift the camera up, and Buddy
I don't know
is
if he
having a good
gets
time with the
Maokai
time.
rooted or
Get it forward
W'd.
out, 'cause BDS really need to make a trade happen.
Yeah, but BDS are going to be able to get
So we got Nautilus and Ivern coming in.
play that G2 went for. Because Mickey
Help
was
try to
able
save
get
this
around
turret.
that, BDS are then able to punish and get this play on the bottom side. So nice response from BDS.
And
The only thing I'd like to see them do is maybe
looks
leverage
like
this into
Renekton can't really get
area
any
because 6
of the
points
turret
are
chipped
about
down in the top lane, and
may
it
not
looks like
be the best.
Zeri can't really get any damage on the turret in the mid lane either, so there's no
Definitely a skill.
turret plates really going to anyone right now.
Attention to Caps as he makes his way back out onto the map.
There, that sapling, I don't know if I caught that, but that sapling just got division on Ivern. I may have missed that in the slide, but there's another thing, like BDS know that Ivern's on his way down. I don't know if I got that or not. See, 10:58. Yeah, I did. Man, I'm good. So Rakan and Ezreal spotted. You guys might be bored by this stuff, so let's see. Ivern gets spotted on the sapling. So at 11 minutes and 30 seconds, Corky spotted. I guess this is the time now you can TP. And Renekton, I think Broken Blade's kind of bad about teleporting to lane out of like, I don't know if it's laziness. Some players tend to be lazy with some really stupid stuff, like teleporting every time, not wanting to take the time to walk back to lane when you could just walk back to lane and be watching other stuff around the map. You could even be like walking back to lane and looking at your mid laner, helping them and talking to them with the communication. I don't know. So Corky spotted on the G2 control ward. BDS making teleport flank play from Dr. Mundo. Corky TP is down at 11 minutes and 6 seconds. Zeri's going to mid lane. Smart play. Renekton just used teleport on the top side turret. So good time to dive the Ashe. Or flash and cleanse is down. Adam has his teleport. And at 10 minutes plus, you can make teleport flank plays. Mickey X is also not level 6 yet. So the next play is at 11 minutes and 3 seconds that Corky's going to get spotted on the control ward. I think he's roaming. I think Corky's roaming down to help with this dive. You got Mundo, I guess, is teleporting on this ward. I've not realized that Ivern can use the brush maker to scout as a vision ward. Never thought about putting a brush on top of a brush, that it gives you vision. I even thought about that. Gives you vision, but Ivern gets a free ward. I guess some of the reason why people like Ivern, or at least why he might be some type of counter matchup for Maokai, because Maokai gives you the free vision.
Makes his way back out onto the map. Very nice farm from him, 122 CS, 11 minutes in. But here comes
The sapling
here comes Sheo.
catches Ivern.
Does connect, though, and TP is going to be coming down
He's
from
gonna
Alfie.
daisy Sheo here.
Killed him yet as he flashes away. BDS
Ezreal or Ashe got rooted. Doesn't have cleanse, so that's exactly who you wanted to hit. This may even be the turning point for this BDS game, not the Ashe play I talk about later on in the game.
Good play from BDS.
I don't know what Adam. I don't know why Adam goes directly under the turret. I mean, the wave's taking damage,
Really good play
but I
from,
guess
BDS. They knew
maybe
after
the
the
daisies
advantage,
what
whenever they're
aggroes
looking
the
to get
turret.
underneath the tower, should be able to do so. But it will leave Broken Blade
Okay, he
with
tanks
that
it just
a long
fine.
time in
He
the
does have the rejuvenation item for one. So in the mid lane, you still have Zeri. Now Zeri does use mana, but I'm just saying like her main ability, the Q, doesn't.
the tower to take that one for himself.
We've just been seeing throughout this early game that Ezreal,
Her auto damage doesn't use any mana.
Maokai, and Rakan
So you got Renekton up free, top laning. Got a control ward, keeping him safe. You got 2 control wards.
just have a stronger 3v3.
Yep.
And then that was only
The
further
mid lane
reinforced
matchup
the
looks kind of
moment
boring.
Adam joined the fray.
Sheo is doing all right into the Zeri. That's supposed to be a bad
Slowly, they're
matchup.
actually working through Sheo. I just think at this point in the game, Ashe doesn't quite have that same power that the Ezreal does when you combine that Sheen.
Maybe a little, maybe like Caps is a little scared of getting. It's probably easy to gank him if you're Rakan and Maokai,
With the constant cues that you can throw out.
So then my simple question is, what's going to be more worth here? If
but
you're looking at the side
Caps
of
also
G2,
looks like he's been overextended most of the time, pressuring the lane or shoving the lane.
This Renekton is very much elevated.
I think I just missed the Ivern thing I talk about, but it's not really that important. So now you got a lane swap again where Ezreal goes top. I guess it's because the Mundo. I don't know why they're lane swapping in this. Because the Ezreal's ahead of the Ashe. And like Mundo is not really that far behind the Renekton. Now, maybe some of the reason is because Renekton has this Executioner calling. It might be the main reason they're swapping,
Mickey on a bit of an island.
But you kind of need to
which
make
is
something
gonna
happen here with the
hurt the
Renekton.
Mundo. So
I thought they were gonna
that
keep
might
them
be
here
some of the
trying to
reasoning.
avoid Grubs, but they're actually
You got Caps getting spotted out on a ward here. I'm sure I showed the slide. No, I guess I didn't. But there's a ward right here that Caps gets spotted out on. 12 minutes and 38 seconds. Nautilus gets spotted on a bottom jungle ward. Again, you may be bored by this, but this is how you make your plays. This is what the teams are making their plays off. You're trying to get the 100 CS at 10 minutes, 200 CS at 20 minutes. You're not trying to kill each other. Like, I mean, you're trying to if you can, but you're not just trying to get as many kills as you can. You're trying to take the objectives off the map, the turrets, the dragons, the void grubs. You're playing for 100 CS. You put down wards. You play with your teammates, meaning you make plays by spotting somebody out, and then you try to outnumber them. So at this point, the Ezreal has a Trinity Force. Ashe doesn't, just has boots. I missed the Caps gets caught out or spotted. Oh, I'm dumb. I keep trying to play that, and we're looking at slides. We're not looking at the game. Sorry, my brain is dying. So Rakan gets spotted on the G2 control ward and the bottom red side jungle at 12 minutes and 39 seconds. So again, we're trying to figure out the area vision, which is kind of like about that big. So Nautilus spotted, and I may hurry up on these a little bit more. I've been talking a lot. I didn't really want a 3-hour show. So Nautilus is spotted on the BDS Vision Ward, the bottom side River Jungle entrance, just played by Corky. Right here. 12 minutes and 48 seconds, Zeri is spotted roaming to the top side, turret on BDS Ward and the blue side, top jungle. 12 minutes and 48 seconds, free lane for Corky mid. So we're just showing where he's rotating. He's spotted on that ward, and then spotted on that ward, which is a sapling. I don't know if I show the area vision or not on all of them. Nautilus and Ivern are spotted roaming toward Corky alone at river entrance mid lane. I think I'm talking about they look like they're going mid and they get spotted by this. So then Corky's allowed to back off. Corky can push this lane like this, like again, overextended, trying to get turret plates. Because these wards, like I'm talking about, and then there's a ward here knowing now they spot that Mickey X and Corky are coming this way, so he's probably going to back off. So Zeri just barely spotted. Again, we're trying to look at the area vision is some of why these slides. You can't really get around this brush here, you know, unless you go up this way. And I think in this, I think Caps went this way, but where he showed, he just got caught on vision. Where if he was like more like in the middle of the lane, he wouldn't. Again, we're trying to get you to the next level. So Ivern spotted on BDS Ward at 4 minutes and 1 second in the G2 bottom jungle near the Dragon Pit. And so it looked like BDS had really good vision in this game, like better than G2. Some of the reason though is you got Maokai with saplings and you got Rakan with the zombie ward. So you have a lot more wards in this game for BDS. And so that may be a good duo there, Rakan and Maokai, because the extra warding you get. That's why, like Leona, I saw Barrel plays zombie ward on Leona as well. I'm pretty big on the zombie ward, giving you all the extra free vision because you sweep out a ward and then it places a ward there and gives you gold, so you get free vision. So at 15 minutes and 15 seconds, Ashe is spotted on the zombie ward. So again, zombie ward's very useful. So go ahead and watch a little bit here.
Actually going to move him down to this bottom side to try and get vision, it looks like, for the dragon, or maybe even look at it.
So also Ashe just used the hawk shot, so spotted out Corky because the lane minions weren't there yet. I don't know why the Gromp's chasing Adam. That's pretty weird.
Not sure if G2 how heavily they want to go for this dive, but new cap and TP.
That was, I don't know if that was like a bug or what. I don't know why the Gromp was going after him. I didn't even know it would go that far out of the lane. Like to me, the Golem, I have a lot of problems with the Golem and the Gromp where they have weird pathing. I'm trying to kill him as a jungler. So you get Nautilus spotted out on a ward here.
Remember that passive is down and he just pulls out all the dosage at once. But still G2 zone him off and turret's going to go down.
It's very clear that their priority is just securing this turret. But
So you got Ezreal trying to chip down this turret here. They don't have the Void Grubs though. I would think that G2 will get a turret down before, or what? G2 have 2 turrets down. What am I thinking? They got this top side turret down. They got this. This is where you want the Ashe in the mid lane now, and you want Ezreal should be in the mid lane too. So, wait, I'm wrong. Am I looking at the... I see plates on that, so I was confused.
And so the moment that they see all this pressure being thrown towards
I thought you lose plates off turrets once a turret's down, but I guess they must have just changed that.
Broken blade from the top side of the map. Make sure that we unlock this bot tower. Sure, we'll sacrifice the grubs, but we'll set ourselves up for the next dragon as well. And the thing is
But really, the Ezreal should be mid and the Ashe should be mid. I don't know what Ezreal's doing top.
We kind of look at the overall.
Maybe it's because they're putting pressure and, you know, you see Maokai going for the Void Grubs. You see Ashe going mid now. I would think that G2 should be going Dragon.
Plates, you look at the overall gold, G2 find themselves with a 1k gold lead.
And Hansama loves to use that Ashe ult from really far away and try to hit people. He's pretty good with it. Redectin can go up that far because he's got all this vision in this bottom side jungle of BDS. Now you finally got Ezreal going mid. Teams should be fighting over the dragon here. Again, I'm not really a fan of 45-minute long games. Some of why, like the LEC, I struggle getting the VOD reviews done because they're like 45 minutes. This is a 30-minute game, so it's not so bad. And I could do this like quickly. So I need to look when they change the plates like they were. I thought that plates go away, unless I must be stuck. I don't see the plates now. There's probably stuff that I missed on the slides here. I think I went up to 15 minutes. But this is where I was talking about at one point I remember Hansama didn't have mana. But what happened here? I don't even think I might have got like tired and I was doing these slides and missed some stuff. So you get Ashe spotted on there, but let me look and see what's going on. Like I didn't even put any slides in here. So Ivern gets spotted here, and you got a control ward here.
Which is fine, don't get me wrong, but it does mean Ashe is way less threatening on trying to shove out mid wave.
Hansama throws in the hawk shot, gets vision on Labrav and Ice and Maokai. So Yikes got his redemption. Everybody's got their one item at 15 minutes of boots. Dr. Mundo's bottom. Corky's top. So I'm guessing there'll be like some type of teleport flank play here. Guess it's a fight over the Scuttle Crab. See, Ashe doesn't have ult. See Mundo coming here. Renekton's following Mundo. So I don't know why Yike just daisied. I don't really know why he threw Daisy in there. And so Maokai goes in. Did he ult yet? He didn't ult yet. Now he's ulted. Got Zeri teleporting in. Corky's going to be late, it looks like. He didn't teleport in. I don't know why Yike went for the Daisy. I guess maybe he thought he was going to get ulted from Rakan right here. That must be why Rakan backed off. So Sheo went on the wrong guy. He needed to get on Ashe. He gets Mickey. And then Sheo rooted. I don't know why he didn't go. He didn't have flash though, so maybe that's some of the reason is he just clicked the first target. Maybe he thought he was going to get Ash volleyed, so, but really think that he needed to W Hansama right there, not Nautilus. And then he roots the wrong person. He roots Mickey X. He needed to root the other way, root Ash. So Mickey gets charmed. This is where, like, Caps should have probably just died straight up, and he somehow survives through all of this. Like, that was a really brave teleport of Caps. Some of it may be because he thought it was in a brush on the brush maker, but there's a control ward placed down there, so it's going to show him. So really, BDS should have won that fight. The Maokai went on the wrong target. Miscommunication or premature stuff there from BDS. I guess the reason I didn't make slides is like, I guess I'll just break this down. So it's going to give the dragon over to G2. I think BDS should have won that fight.
With the health that they had, I thought that they'd be more confident in actually going for the contest, but I guess because they used so many ults in the
Maokai went on the wrong target.
They said, you know what, we'll concede it. It's only the second dragon of the game.
Even has Mercury treads.
You know, this game one reminds me of Winter Caps. Remember the cap?
So what slide? We're on 15-15. Ash spotted on the zombie board. So next, 15 minutes and 29 seconds. Ivern spotted on 2 wards in the G2 topside jungle at 15 minutes and 29 seconds. Scouts with the Brushmaker for enemy. So now it starts getting kind of crazy because there's so many wards. And I don't know if I'll ever make slides like this again. I just made it because I know somebody will watch it and be like, well, that was wrong because you're missing a ward there. And but it gets too cluttered. And so I'll probably just show certain situations and maybe show 1 or 2 wards. I won't put them all there and explain. And some of this was a learning process for me. So at 15 minutes and 38 seconds, Rakan is spotted on the G2 bottom red side jungle at the BDS wards at the river/jungle entrance. So at 15 minutes 38 seconds, Rakan gets spotted out on the G2 ward. Again, a lot of this is we're trying to learn the area vision of the wards, which later on in the game, you know, when you got this many wards, it's hard to get around them, period. So it's probably not even useful to put all this on here once you get past like 15 minutes, but it's very useful in the beginning. But a learning process. So Nautilus is spotted on the BDS vision ward in the G2 bottom jungle at 15 minutes and 40 seconds. So now Nautilus gets spotted on, and some of the problem I see with G2 is I still think that Ivern and Nautilus, Yike and Mickey X need to work in tandem with each other to go and put wards, especially when you get over the enemy side of the jungle. And you see a lot of times when Mickey X is off by himself. Now, maybe it's like a Nautilus thing where he thinks he's safe because he's got the Q and he can get out. But it's gonna punish. They're gonna get punished when they play LCK teams and LPL teams. As I'm trying to play and I'm looking at a slide. So at 15 minutes and 49 seconds, Zeri spotted by the BDS ward behind the dragon pit at 15 minutes and 49 seconds. So I guess that Caps was roaming. Caps was in the jungle up here and gets spotted out. So let's take a look. So Caps was pushing the bottom wave all the way into the so it'll crash into the enemy turret. Hopefully he gets it cleared out and it'll be able to crash into the turret there. Yeah, it's gonna crash. That's what you're trying to do. I don't know if I should draw the arrows or not, but you know, I was watching Caps on the mini map.
understand.
50 gold more bounty as well, by the way.
So now he's going to come back. He gets spotted. He did, I think, get a Scryer's Bloom on there. So, he didn't get it in time.
So he's going to be in a fairly alright spot.
300 gold.
So it looks like he came back to get the Krugs while he's waiting on the lane. There's no point of standing here waiting on the lane. So you saw Caps do what you need to do if you're like side laning, is he shoved it up here, then he's coming clear back, taking this, and then in all that time, the wave will crash like down here, and then he'll be back up there to crash it instead of just standing there. Corky can push that far because he's got Rakan right there, and he's got these deep wards. I mean, they just spotted Caps.
Bounty then, Dagda.
So, but I think the important part here is just like how well G2 have been.
So the Dragon's up in 4 minutes, 6 seconds.
BDS were trying to contest.
Dr. Mundo's still pretty far behind. He should have 150 CS. He's only sitting at 83 CS.
It's that dragon, but
You got Rakan just sitting on a ward right here. Okay, so we've got Zeri spotted by the ward behind the Dragon Pit at 15 minutes and 49 seconds. Then 16 minutes and 2 seconds in the bottom G2 blue side Tri-Brush. We've got Ivern and Zeri get spotted out. Again, I put these slides up in my chat or in the description of this VOD so you can follow along with me. I may kind of go through these quicker. I'm not trying to do a 4-hour show. I'd like to do it in an hour if possible. It's a 30-minute game, maybe an hour and a half. So Rakan at 16 minutes, 2 seconds is also on a G2 ward trying to recall. So at 16 minutes, 17 seconds, we got this ward spots Nautilus, trying to figure out exact vision range on this show. So a lot of this, and it took a lot of work, and it took me a week, but I'm trying to we didn't have this Rift kit back in 2022 the way it is now to do this. I showed you at the beginning of these slides a map that GAM wanted me to use. But now I don't recall that the Rift kit had where you could put the champion profile icon and all of this. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I went into working with GAM, I really didn't have time to learn all of this like I wanted to. I just got thrown into it, so I didn't get to work on these like I wanted to. So then I went and checked, and yes, indeed, Nautilus is spotted by this ward placement. So this is some of what's going on in this episode of the next level and what I'm trying to figure out. I should be able to do this quicker now. I'm not happy, really, if I just sit here and do a VOD review. I mean, maybe a lot of you like that, so I'm testing the waters here, try to up the production of this show and see the reaction. I mean, I could sit here and just every time games come out give my opinion of things. I don't know what to do yet. So I'm happy the way this turned out. So we got, yes, this ward did show the vision. So it's 16 minutes and 33 seconds. We got Nautilus is caught out warding. This is what I talk about where G2 is kind of bad, where Mickey X, maybe it's okay like the first 5 minutes, but 10 minutes. But when you get after that and you're going on the enemy side of the map, he really needs Ivern working with him. And so at this point, like Ivern's down here with Caps, trying to help him, I guess. Maybe make a dive on Nuke or something. I don't know. But really, I think he needs to be with Mickey X, play some wards up in here. So we've got Nautilus is caught out warding in the enemy jungle without a teammate directly nearby. Ivern with Zeri in the bottom lane. BDS Maokai decide to punish All In and engage the team fight with Ezreal, Rakan, and Dr. Mundo. I think this is the turning point where I say that Hansama, you can see him here, like he's already low mana. So this whole play sets off a chain reaction. Yike, I think, should be with Mickey X working. There was a ward that I said that Nautilus is already spot on, like he was spotted on this. Needed to have a control ward here to spot this out, or a sweeper or something. Or Rakan needed a sweeper lens. So some macro mistakes from G2 right here, going through here and thinking there wasn't a ward. And this sets up a whole team fight where Hansama needs to back, and he's out of mana because Adam has teleport, Nuke has teleport, you know, all of BDS are in this area. Renekton has teleport, and Caps doesn't, but Caps is right here. So, turning point. First thing I see is Ashe does not have enough mana to take this team fight. G2 should have been disengaged and not committed. So, back this up. I think it was this whole ward right here. And Mickey X, I guess his sweeper lens was down. And needs Yike over here sweeping. Yike is like safely over here with Zeri. There's no ward over here, but this jungle entrance has a vision ward. Mickey X doesn't have a control ward. And so G2 get punished. And again, Hansama doesn't have enough mana to take a team fight right here. He's already low mana. Ashe is a champion that she definitely needs mana for her Q damage, her W, her ult. And so, see it, 16 minutes, and I guess that's roughly like 17 minutes, that Rakan gets spotted on a G2 ward placed from Nautilus, and Renekton teleport flanks behind BDS. But G2 cannot commit because, again, like this is miscommunication where we've got Broken Blade already teleporting here, and we've got Hansama trying to recall already because he can't take this fight. So there's some macro communication here between Broken Blade and the rest of the team, and Hansama not speaking up, saying, hey, I don't have any mana. And it also went back to where Ivern was over here with Zeri, and Nautilus got caught out putting a ward up here on his own, and he really needed Ivern with him at the same time because you also had... you couldn't see BDS. They were all like hanging out in this area. There's no vision wards. So Renekton caught out in the enemy jungle. Ivern caught out in the enemy jungle. But Zeri can safely get away. Zeri can get over the walls. So there's a sapling too to catch vision. Yike. Plenty of vision. You got Maokai and Rakan with Zombie Ward. You got plenty of vision. Even though like G2 have the Hawk shot, but I would say the saplings give better vision overall. So 17 minutes and 12 seconds. Where are Ivern and Renekton going? Renekton tries to take a turret plate, but gets almost nothing. And Broken Blade did that again later on in the game, where I think it was at the Baron fight, and Renekton like gets one auto off on the turret. I don't know what he was trying to do. 17 minutes 29 seconds. Nautilus is spotted on the BDS control ward in the top side G2 jungle. So we'll go ahead and watch what goes on. So Hansama, Mickey X, they're spotted out on a ward from Labrov. There's a... I probably didn't catch this, but there's a sapling in this brush that's probably going to spot Caps when he comes up here. So I'm trying to level up my analysis. I know this stuff, but it's trying to relay this information with you all. You got Hansama's cleanse is down, Mickey X's ignite is down.
It was going to be more of the threat in these fights, especially with
I'm gonna get this rolling. I don't want to spend another hour.
how they want to enter in these fights, when they need to be in these.
So Yike gets vision with his brush makers there. That's all he's trying to do.
It's a tense one, and it's a far cry from what we saw last week. Both teams securing 3-0s over their opponents, Giant X and SK, eliminating them from the season finals.
So I think we've got Mickey X coming up in here now, and he was already spotted on a ward.
Mickey, one in danger.
Again.
And this is where he needed Ivern with him. So Hanzama, he can't commit to this team fight. He's got no mana. He also, oh, I thought they were saying somebody had flash. There's also a ward here they put down that sees Hanzama. You got Caps and Yike are on a ward right here. You got Broken Blade that's got the only one with the Executioner's Calling, and he needs to be autoing Adam to shut down the healing, and he needs to be autoing him, shut down his healing, and he's back here on Nuke. So I don't know, this type of play is going to get punished. They won the LEC, but this type of play is going to get punished when they go to Worlds against LCK teams. I'm sure T1 will probably end up there, and it'll be like Gen G and HLE and T1. Do they get, I hope they get 4 seeds. I don't remember if the LPL teams and the LCK get 4 seeds, but I hope so. I hope it's like T1, HLE, Gen G, and DK, and WBG, BLG, top. I think JDG won, but I don't want to spoil it for myself. So I don't know what Broken Blade's trying to do. I mean, he should be getting in the back line of stuff, but a lot of the problem is that you're playing into a Dr. Mundo and a Maokai, and you need anti-healing, and Renekton's the only one with it. So, like, Nautilus needs a Bramble Vest, or Hanzama could probably be a better one with the Executioner's Calling, because she's got the volley in an area, so it'll hit multiple targets. Because you're wanting to get something with multiple targets. So the Oblivion Orb on Yike, so when you put the shielding on somebody, it procs the anti-healing. So Yike and Broken Blade both get caught out. Like, Broken Blade knows he's going to die, so he's like, well, I'll try to get a turret hit or two. I guess they don't die, but that's the turning point. BDS should have been able to punish Ivern and Renekton there. So then Mickey X is going to get spotted out on a control ward here, and he would be spotted by that, but you got the waves in here. I don't know how far the slides are. That's why I don't know to do the slides first, but I think you get bored if I do the slides at once, because you're just probably going to skip through. So I got to mix it all in. So at 17 minutes and 43 seconds, Maokai gets spotted on a G2 ward in the BDS topside jungle. I don't think Nautilus should ward alone. Here we go again, where he should be with Ivern, and he gets caught out alone. The LCK and LPL teams will punish G2 at Worlds. BDS already punished in this game. So at 17 minutes 35 seconds, Corki is spotted on the G2 Vision ward topside lane. Yes, a minion wave just spotted him, but I'm trying to show you warding locations and vision importance for map movements. Every time you spot an enemy, you change or plan your map movements / rotation. So at 17 minutes 58 seconds, Rakan spotted on a G2 top Tribrush ward, and Ivern Nautilus spotted on the BDS ward in the river. So you got Adam down the bottom lane, you got Ezreal coming to the mid lane, you've got the Rift Herald is up. Got a couple minutes on that. I can't see what it looks like, either 8 seconds or 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the Dragon. So Rakan spotted out from area vision on the G2 ward in the brush behind the Elder Lizard topside BDS. So just showing you this area vision, how it spotted. It also spotted Maokai. So kind of an error on my part, but It also spotted him. BDS Vision Ward highlighted spots Nautilus from this distance at 8 minutes and 21 seconds. G2 Vision Ward highlighted spots Maokai. So I think I screwed up and then was like, well, I need to show you that it spots Maokai as well. You see, like, Ivern gets spotted in his own jungle from this side brush, or this brush, the jungle entrance. You start getting a lot of wards here later on in this game. And I think I need to do it where I don't show as many, but then I don't want fans and watchers out there going, yeah, but you missed a ward here or that, because you start to get a bunch of zombie wards and you get the Farsight alteration. So G2 get the Rift Herald. You're at 8 minutes and 28 seconds. Rakan gets spotted out again. You know, so like Ashe and Zeri have to pay attention. At this point, you know, if you see Rakan going up top, so Caps knows to back off up here. Zeri spotted by the BDS ward in top tri-brush, 18 minutes 46 seconds, just showing the area vision. For the next level, you need to learn area vision from wards so you can path around making plays, not being spotted out by enemy and surprising. So at 19 minutes and 15 seconds, this is where Ivern needs to be with Mickey X, and Mickey X is clear down here. Maybe, hopefully, prepping the Dragon Pit, but I don't know if it's to babysit Ashe, but really needs to have Ivern be up here with Ivern putting wards, or Ivern needs to be down here with Not Alone. Now, I guess some of the thinking here is, you got Ashe that could ult them or something and disengage, or maybe he's trying to steal the red buff, but his smite is down. So Rakan spotted on the G2 ward at 19 minutes and 28 seconds. There's two of them. It might even be able to spot Ice here, but again, you got the minion wave, so it doesn't really matter. You also got Ivern throwing the Brushmaker in here, making it difficult to lane. And Mickey X is probably, well, if he wasn't in this brush, he'd probably be spotted by that one. I don't know, I got lazy on this one, I guess. So Rakan spotted on the Ivern Brushmaker at 19 minutes 24 seconds. Again, I didn't realize that Ivern could scout with Brushmaker or think about this mechanic until this match. So Ivern and Nautilus spotted on the Rakan control ward at 19 minutes and 29 seconds. Also, you got Rakan spotted by these two wards, but I think we already went over that. Nautilus is spotted on the G2 Vision ward and the G2 topside jungle river entrance at 19 minutes and 35 seconds. So Ashe and Nautilus are spotted on the BDS Vision wards roaming towards top. Corki and Zeri laning at 19 minutes and 45 seconds. And so at this time, you want to have 200 CS. So Adam is way behind. Caps and Nuke are already way above. Ezreal's there. Ashe is there. So Renekton, because of the lane swap a little bit, why they got behind. You see he's also, Mundo even has the Bramble Vest to shut down the healing on Renekton and the Blade of the Rune Kings. So Rakan is spotted on the G2 Vision ward at 19 minutes and 56 seconds, and Dr. Mundo is spotted in the bottom lane. There's a ward here from G2. You know, it's time you can take Baron if you have two items on your carries, which he's got 2 items. Doesn't have boots yet. He's got 2 items. He's behind. He's behind. He's a little behind. Renekton's got his 2 items. So they're all behind on the 20-minute thing. So probably more like 25 minutes. Rakan is spotted roaming top on G2 Vision Ward and BDS topside jungle at 19 minutes and 59 seconds. So I think you got Caps was trying to get this T2 turret down up here where Corki is. Renekton and Mundo really need to be getting some farm. They're getting behind. With better vision setup, Renekton teleport down, G2 baited into team fight. So Broken Blade used his teleport. And Adam has his up. Nuke has his up. But let's go ahead and get back into the game. We've got like 3 minutes to watch.
These waves, and it's one of those situations where it was G2 setting up on the map. They were leveraging the pressure that they had to then set up.
So you see Corki just got spotted on a ward. He got spotted on 2 wards.
Usually the downside of that is you use a lot of farm on the cross map, but then G2 actually
So that
into contest them.
now G2 know where Corki is, for example.
In the grand scheme of things,
Sheo just got spotted. Brav just got spotted.
now the Herald's going to begin, and it's G2 that's once again first to the objective.
Yeah, I don't think Mickey cares about his KD anymore when he just wins when he ins.
Yeah.
Looks like trying to see what this ward is here. I think that was a Farsight alteration. But I don't know who threw that down there. Maybe it's just a ward from Renekton. I don't know, that confused me on something else earlier as well. Maybe it was just an assist ping. Yeah, I think that's all it was.
We fast approach 20 minutes into the game, and BDS already said it's a tense one, and I'm glad because I was just hoping, regardless of who wins this series, I just wanted competition, right?
And so I do have a lot of slides, like in the last 10 minutes of this game, so I might just blow through them pretty quick.
You'd hope that they'd come together in a culmination and try and take it the distance.
Yeah, I think the big one for me is that at this stage it's still so neck and neck. You know, G2 have a slightly more difficult to operate composition, I feel like, when it comes to setting up engagement.
So you got Renekton spotted out, but they saw that just from the Scryer's Bloom alone, but then you had this sapling here.
When it comes towards objectives. The problem that they're having though is G2 are just doing
Yike was spotted on this ward.
Pressure to get deeper vision so they can spot out where BDS are, and it's making it hard now for BDS to control the map, for them to move people into positions to contest G2.
Even that right there where he went in and put the brush maker down, but he really needs to have another teammate in at that point. Now granted, I think that Broken Blade just spotted Maokai and Mundo in their section of the jungle, but it's just that type of play will get punished when you gotta, like I say, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So it looks like Ivern's gonna go back and take advantage of the recall from the Rift Herald. Maybe get some control wards. Mickey's got 1 control ward. Got 3 control wards on BDS. Looks like Mickey's about to... They're trying to make a play on Corki. Got the Ash arrow incoming. He has flash up, though. That was kind of a... G2 had that play set up, though. They were gonna... Mickey was gonna flash over the wall and then hook Nuke if the arrow landed, and I think they knew where Maokai was. I think there's a ward right there that would have spotted him.
A huge spike for BDS with their front line as well.
So that wasn't good on
huge spike for BDS with their front line as well.
Rakan face checking right here. He had a control ward. I'm guessing he should have thrown that in the brush. He tries to scout with the Q. Or he needed Sheo to throw a sapling right here. That's really what should have happened. He should have thrown an E sapling into this brush.
He turns it into an engage, and Labrov getting out with the depth charge on his head. He survives, and now G2 are in so much trouble as Adam starts running down.
So Renekton doesn't have teleport, so it looked like the this was like a counterplay from BDS because G2 right before this tried to engage their team fight when the Ash arrow missed. And like I said, I think you need the Executioner's Calling on Adam to stop the healing. And Maokai, because it'll proc on multiple targets.
Look at how
So at this point you need 2 items, which
strong this front line is from BDS.
I don't know if they can
Don't
get
have
Baron
the
or not.
damage yet. And with the member down,
They still need a second item on Dr. Mundo. They need a second item on Maokai. They need a second item on Rakan.
BDS feel confident to start off the Baron.
They had no TP and broke
But also,
blade.
oh, I know also like Ivern got chunked out here, so he has to recall and can't even come in here and smite.
Bring on Adam. And now LeBron off on the side. Has no flash. We can look for potential engage, but Baron
I guess BDS got 2 Barons. I was thinking they only got
is
1.
gone.
Yike with no redemption either makes it that much harder. Broken Blade just tries to get something mid as Herald Charge is still going to come through, but G2 might...
So looking at the slides, I made a lot of slides in the last 10 minutes. So Renekton is in the bottom lane without teleport. G2 is in the BDS jungle with no vision, and BDS have wards in their jungle, and G2 topside jungle. Ashe will get spotted roaming to the top on BDS ward. But Ashe also used her ult because they tried to make a play on the Corki. So Ashe is spotted on the BDS ward in the G2 jungle, or G2 topside jungle right here. She's coming in. So this BDS ward in the G2 topside jungle spots Ivern, Nodus, and Ashe fleeing. You never want to fight alone. You don't want to fight in the dark, especially in the enemy's jungle. Like BDS can follow up because they've got this ward right here. So G2 ward in the river helps keep vision on Dr. Mundo, Corki, Maokai, and Ezreal at 20 minutes and 22 seconds. The G2 ward at 20 minutes and 40 seconds gives vision in the Baron pit. Some of this is common sense stuff, but again, we're trying to look at area of vision. Like this zombie ward, for example, this sapling, I didn't pick that out, but these should spot out Hansama and Yike. Should have made a slide of that, but I made so many slides, you get kind of burned out on it. That's why it took me a week to do these slowly over time. And I was working on it throughout the day. I was just doing other things and busy. So Maokai spotted on the G2 vision ward at 21 minutes, 6 seconds. You got a dead Nautilus. You got Caps with no flash. This is where you should have 2 items. Now, you got 2 items on Ashe. You got 2 items on Zeri. Got 2 items on Renekton. But now, BDS have like a 2k gold lead or close to it. Also, I think you need the Warmogs. I don't know why Nautilus has the Iron Locket. The Warmogs is stronger on the support. That they take that in the LCK. So we're just showing the area of vision. The spotted out Maokai. Again, so we can train you to get to the next level. So you'd know the area of vision that these wards have, so you can try to get around them. Like Maokai could probably get up through here somehow and get around that. So Renekton spotted in the River Dragon Pit BDS ward at 21 minutes and 30 seconds. So again, the area of vision that far away should show him. I think I made it there. So you could go around it. If BDS put the ward back further in the pit, you wouldn't be able to see it. So it's like this is a better spot to try to put this ward if you're on the red side and you want to catch the blue team trying to get through the river. It's a good spot. So Mayokai and Rakan are spotted on G2 Vision Ward at 21 minutes 51 seconds at the bottom side BDS Jungle River entrance. Ivern and Ashe spotted on the BDS Vision Ward and the Dragon Pit. Again, we're showing the area of vision, how far the range is. There's ways you could get around it, like they could maybe get through there, but they would get spotted by this control ward. So we're trying to train you the areas of vision. And it's not so easy. It's not as easy to get around as it used to be the way the map's set up now. So BDS Vision Ward shows area in the Dragon Pit, spotting Ivern, Nautilus, Ashe at 21 minutes and 55 seconds. Wow. How'd I mess that up? G2 Control Ward and Vision Ward spot out Ezreal, Mayokai, and Rakan. I guess I should show the game. So we're at 21 minutes and 55 seconds. Might as well watch another minute. I don't think I'm going to pay attention to the wards as much because I've got so many slides showing. So you got Mayokai is going to get spotted out right here by this ward. So that means like Hansama knows he should probably back off because he's going to get dove right here.
To go and grab with the Baron at their backs. G2 were over ambitious.
No, also the turret was about to die, but
it's hard to criticize because they said
then Labrov put a ward down here.
They see Labrov isolated, they go for a pick, and they just don't have the damage. That's all it is. And because he was able to
fortunately,
get away,
he put it in a spot that,
in a situation that in many other,
or I mean, Hansama put the control ward in the wrong spot, right? Because the ward went down here.
the compositions they would have just gotten a quick.
So then Broken Blade spotted on that ward.
And it ends up in disaster for G2.
I will say, I think my biggest criticism of...
See what the casters have to say.
So Adam always gets the TP in here. He goes for it. They nearly get Labrov, sure, but this is still a 3v3. And Ice has quick rotation from mid. Now you get Adam involved. So there was always a relatively high chance that this was just going to turn into...
I guess the Ashe isn't very good in the Dr. Mundo because he can block the volley.
Numbers advantage for BDS, especially with Baron spawning. But now again, G2 first the objective.
And I mean, even
So we're at 21 minutes and 55 seconds. So they can't really take the dragon because they got this ward here. G2 that is. But G2 do have the Scuttle Crab. Nuke doesn't have a flash. Yike doesn't have a flash. Caps doesn't have a flash. So you want to try to get Caps if you can. Try to get Yike first if you can. Caps is up here with Adam though. Adam doesn't have a teleport. So I would think that Caps might teleport down in here. And there's Caps. So Ivern spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 22 minutes and 7 seconds, and Adam had to roam down the river. Dr. Mundo at 22 minutes 14 seconds is spotted on the G2 Control Ward. I don't know why he didn't go to the river. I guess that G2 didn't get that dragon.
True shot barrage to start off this objective as Mickey goes in, but I don't know if he's going to get out this time.
Caps is late on the teleport too, I guess, but he has Adam like probably queuing him and hitting him, so
opens up the show, and BDS in this series look like they're ready to go. Dragon might even be theirs too.
he also got the Bramble Vest on Renekton now. He's got his 2 items. Mayokai's got his 2 items. So now it's time that the teams can take the Baron.
Adam is pushing pushing mid, which means that G2 might spot that it could be a potential for 4v4 with that big tank out of the way, but now Adam just going to shove in.
So I think I was saying Adam got spotted on the ward, even though like he's clear up into the minion wave, so it doesn't really matter.
And Dragon will go to BDS.
The beauty of what BDS
I think he was
are doing
spotted
is
at
that
some point.
they don't really need to do anything. They've just
Trying to watch the vision on all 10 players is overwhelming at times. So Hansama's spotted.
allowed G2 to be the ones to
Mickey
make the
X is
plays, and they
spotted.
punish them with just a very straightforward and easy to execute composition. Oh, you want to start a fight? Adam will TP in. You want to engage in us?
So Mickey X is spotted there again.
Maokai has the ult.
You got Ivern doing a solo. Ivern doing a solo trip up in here, but he could probably get punished because I don't think they know where Maokai and Corki are. They don't know where Ezreal. You just saw Adam.
Ultimate. Oh, your AD carry who doesn't have flash? Well, we have Rakan who can easily dive into the backline.
But you got the Baron buff. You want to those 3 saplings. Those are some good wards.
Under any threat in this game.
You want to push the turrets down. That's the whole point of having the Baron buff. And they've got 3 Void Grubs as well. So their BDS is doing a good job getting some turrets down. They were behind from G2.
What are you going to do about it? You are the ones making mistakes.
And have come into that set mid-game.
You got Dr. Mundo top with Caps. It doesn't have teleport.
Thrived in and pummeled them quite easily. I like it.
And now Caps just got spotted on a control ward as well.
The easy to execute style has worked out amazingly here. I mean, Shao has had an easy roll too. He presses R and counter engages.
I mean, it's
So there you get like Broken Blade, Yike. I think it would just be Yike and Broken Blade spotted out. That ward wouldn't see Mickey X or Hansama. So let's go ahead and blow through these slides. I spent a lot of time on these last like 10 minutes, but probably go through them pretty quickly. They're for you to look at. So 22 minutes, 34 seconds. Ashe and Nautilus are spotted on the BDS Vision ward. We're trying to find the area. Vision. Nautilus is spotted on the BDS Farsight Alteration ward at 23 minutes and 6 seconds. It's kind of hard to see the difference between that zombie ward, so I may be off a little bit on some of these slides. Ezreal spotted on the G2 Vision ward at 23 minutes and 11 seconds. Again, if you go back and look at these slowly, it'll make more sense, or you can like actually open the slide link and take a look at them and study them more, because I'm just going to kind of quickly go through them. Rakan spotted on the G2 Vision ward at 23 minutes and 17 seconds. You know, so these are the movements, like if you're G2, it's like, do you push the wave up and then like you see Rakan over here, so then you know, well, we got to stay safe at this zone. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 into 1, 2, so they might like try to all in right here, but then you see the Rakan, so you gotta maybe back off and then assume maybe the Ezreal's right there as well. You can't go into this anyways, it's a Baron buffed minion wave, but I'm just giving you an example. Still got a lot of slides to go through. Ivern and Renekton spotted on the BDS Vision ward at 23 minutes 29 seconds after the minion wave is cleared. Nautilus and Ashe spotted on the BDS Zombie wards and the Vision wards at 23 minutes 32 seconds. Rakan spotted on the G2 Control ward, and topside River Dr. Mundo spotted on the G2 Vision ward. So again, we're trying to show you the areas of vision, the map movements, the plays that are made. You know, because at this point, you don't want waves to go to waste right here. So you got a whole wave being wasted. You got to wait for this wave to come in here and crash here, so then you kind of roam through your jungle if you're G2. So Ivern spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 23 minutes and 46 seconds. Ashe was also spotted on the BDS Vision Ward in lane seconds earlier. So Rakan spotted on the G2 Vision Ward and the side lane brush at 23 minutes and 47 seconds. Uh, 23 minutes and 47 seconds. Again, a lot of this is just showing you the area vision and the map movements. Like if you're watching the game, it may not make sense the way that I'm going back and forth on the slides. It's kind of where maybe I need a second monitor and I can flip back and forth much easier instead of going out from one tab to another. But it makes sense if you're watching the game. It shows you the area vision for one, but it's also the map movements of why the team's positioning here, putting pressure there. For example, we're setting up the Baron or Dragon or waiting on a wave to crash into each other, or trying to take a jungle camp while you're waiting on the wave to get to lane, and trying to train you this area of vision to try to get around when you're making map movements if you want to get to the next level. So Rakan spotted on the G2 Vision Ward in the mid side lane. Again, trying to show the area vision, because if you hug the wall close enough, you may be able to get through here. A lot of you may not even realize that this ward gives you a vision clear over here by this entrance. So Ivern and Nautilus spotted on the BDS control ward in the top side G2 blue jungle at 24 minutes and 21 seconds. So like this ward will even catch out Yike. Maybe a lot of you don't even know that, how far you might assume that like it goes this far that it wouldn't catch Yike, but it does. So we'll go ahead and watch some of the game here.
So easy for pro teams to overcome.
So there, Mickey X, Hansama's caught out by these three wards. I don't know if it would get Yike there or not. I think I made a slide on it. But let's see. What was it? Was it two control wards? See, it's hard to set these up. If you have a second monitor, it's probably pretty easy, but I think it's like there and there, right? So Yike is there. Yeah, so it wouldn't catch out Yike. But when he's that far up, those wards would catch him out. Some of you may think that's stupid information. I don't know. But to get to the next level, if you want to get higher ranking, you got to learn where to path and go around and stuff. Like maybe Yike shouldn't go through the jungle there. He should go in safe ways around where his teammates are.
The game, right? And BDS is a team that we've always praised them for their patience, especially around their objective setups. And while we didn't always get to see that in summer, I think this is a great demonstration of, okay, we know what we need to do. We were the ones that initiated the swap. We have to execute this properly. They put the pressure down onto Broken Blade. They did, in fact, set that up. But on the cross map, they also...
So we got Adam pushing down the wave. How long's on Baron buff?
1-for-1 in the dive.
Oh, it's gone
every
now.
Single point, every single play that G2 tried to make, BDS, they either...
You got almost a 4K, or you got a 3K gold lead.
You're now seeing that in the objective.
You got BDS trying to take the blue buff away from G2.
They've now been able to build. So credit to BDS, they came in with a game.
So Dragon in 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
Tout us. Very typical BDS, and why they were...
You know, like this ward here would probably spot Hansama where he is. There is the, yeah, there's no wave there to see him either.
Who especially would find ways to punish them.
So that should show where like BDS knew where Ash is. And again, when they're going into the wave, obviously to your wave, when an enemy's going into your wave, obviously you get vision. Like they have vision on Caps because of their wave.
But in this meta, in this game, at the very least, BDS is the one that.
So they're like G2 catch out Adam. They know where Ice, Sheo, and Adam are now. But Cap's teleport is down. Nuke's flash is down. You won't try to catch Nuke out before his flash is up.
Finds the advantages and is looking to close that game.
I do think it showcases the improvements BDS have made.
I don't remember what the last slide was. 24 minutes and 35 seconds. So we already looked at this stuff.
Here, which is like better understanding of how to use TP plays, better understanding how to use.
So there he like gets the Scryer's Bloom, getting vision on Adam and Sheo.
It's kind of G2 taught them these lessons, whether they wanted to or not. We now get to feel the wrath of this.
Again, it's easy to forget that you don't have the vision on your enemy. Like G2 can't see Lebrov coming towards them. So it's much different when you're trying to make decisions in the game. You're waiting to spot out the enemy, then you make your decision. You're literally like handshaking back and forth or going back and forth, not trying to ride certain lines and not cross certain lines, to wait till you see an enemy on a ward and then go a certain way.
BDS set up on mid. This is a great ultimate opportunity for
You know, like
Sheo if he looks.
they had vision on Broken Blade and Hansama, but now they still have vision on him because of the ward. I don't know if Broken Blade saw them put that ward down or not. No, so they didn't. Like, they don't.
How to utilize side lanes, and it's kind of G2
They don't know that
these lessons, whether they wanted to or
G2
not.
that is
We now
know
get
that
to feel
those
the wrath
wards
of
are there.
BDS set up on mid. This is a great ultimate opportunity.
Maybe
for
they
Sheo
saw
if he
them,
looks.
but, and then you have to communicate those things to your teammates so they won't know or they'll forget. So they know where Broken Blade is, for example.
He does the damage to poke them down and threaten. Now
Mickey uses his flash, but is Sheo really the guy you want to go all in on? It did force Sheo to use his ult. I don't know how they burned down Sheo. At the same time, you got Corky up here just taking the red buff, not even helping his team.
Running up is Broken Blade yet again, but G2 with their pick. Nothing up on the map apart from turrets here to get them in the lead.
Exactly that, here, Sodaron.
Okay, so we got Dr. Mundo and Maokai spotted on the G2 ward at 24 minutes and 35 seconds. Again, we're showing the area vision. This ward will show right here by this. They have to be out of the brush, obviously, which Maokai should be. You know, it's kind of a fine line here where this unit pops out of this brush. It can be spotted. Ash and Renekton are spotted on this vision ward here. So Dr. Mundo, Maokai, and Ezreal spotted on the G2 vision ward at 24 minutes and 37 seconds. Ash and Renekton spotted on BDS vision ward in the mid lane. Ash, Renekton, Ivern, and Nautilus are spotted on the BDS vision ward at 25 minutes and 10 seconds. So I show that area vision. A lot of you, did you know that a ward right here can show that much vision? It may be where Renekton moved a little bit in that one screenshot. I don't. Pretty sure though that shows him, because his circle intersects with that circle. Because it looks like he's too far away, but that's like just about the range right there. So fine line you're trying to play. Maybe Redectin should be up a little bit more, but he still would have got spotted when he's moving. He's going up here. So Ivern, Ash, and Nautilus are spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 25 minutes 14 seconds. Dr. Mundo spotted on the G2 Control Ward at 25 minutes and 25 seconds in the G2 topside jungle. So I guess we'll watch some of the game here.
There is nothing to convert this pick into.
So there's a ward right here that Mundo gets spotted on.
Pick potential of their composition. Nautilus, Ash, Renekton, Ivern, all
right here he got spotted out.
that can keep you CC'd for days. Unfortunately for Sheo, he was the target of said CC, but ultimately it's just going to slow BDS down a little bit, if that. You can already see Adam moving into the top side to steal away those.
So this control ward spots them out, even though Caps is right there.
Hang on a second.
Probably made a slide about that, didn't need to.
So this is the thing, and this is the crucial thing that BDS have to be cautious of. I do
So Baron up in 1 minute. Both teams can take the Baron now. Got the Dragon up also in a minute 30 seconds. We got BDS are prepping for all this because look at all these control wards they got. So game 1 BDS had great vision control. Vision, they probably got lazy going into a 5-game series because it's like you start to get lazier and lazier and lazier, and maybe G2 gets stronger and stronger and stronger as they go. So it's like the opposite thing. T1's like that. Like they seem like they get stronger the longer the series goes, where someone like BDS might be really good in game 1, but then they get worn out by game 5. That's how I would prepare my team. That it's 5 games you got to play. If you're going to beat the best teams, you're probably going to have to play 5 games, or you're going to have to stomp them in 20 minutes, 25 minutes like Gen G does. But they've got all these control wards here to take Baron, take Dragon. G2 don't have this. Got 1 control ward, they're going to have to recall or something. So it's a good time for BDS to go for this Baron. You also got Broken Blade's flashes down. I don't know why Rakan went in like that. You also got Mundo healing here, and Broken Blade's the only one with the anti-heal item. Again, Yike needed Oblivion Orb, or Ash, I think, needed an Executioner's Calling here, or Nautilus needed a Bramble Vest. So let's see what slides I had here. So 25 minutes, 25 seconds. We're showing the area vision that Mundo gets spotted out where he was. Both teams have 2 items plus at 25 minutes to take the Baron, and right now BDS have Scuttle Crab and Superior Vision in the top side jungle. You got the amount of items: 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Got the Warmogs on Lebrov. For some reason, I don't see Mickey X take the Warmogs. Unless he like needs to, but for some reason it seems like he doesn't like to do that. Maybe he's trolling. Got all this Superior Vision over here from BDS. Ready to go for the Dragon Pit. You know, they just had all these control wards. Ivern spotted by a BDS zombie ward at 25 minutes 46 seconds. Again, showing the area vision range. Nautilus is spotted out. There's 2 control wards here. So again, just showing this. It gets confusing when you got all these wards in here. Rakan's spotted on the G2 Vision ward in the river. I should say near. Not neat. near the Baron pit at 25 minutes 46 seconds. So he's out by himself right there. It would be a good time to go all in on Rakan, really. Zeri, Nautilus. At this point, should probably go all in on Rakan. They'd get him. So Ashe is spotted on the BDS Vision wards, 25 minutes, 51 seconds, and Dr. Mundo on the G2 Vision ward. So again, showing the area vision, how far the wards can see. Looks a lot different when you're watching the pro matches and you see both sides with the fog of war turned off. It brainwashes you to think differently. I don't know what this one is. I think I was showing Hans Sama went up here, maybe the next. I think I messed this slide up a little bit or something. I'm showing the different wards. I guess maybe, I thought like Hans Sama went up through here at some point. And I made slides about it, but I can't remember. But I'm sure I'll go on to a slide or two and then remember. So just showing the how Han Sama got caught by this vision ward. So they know where BDS knows where Ashe is, for example. Rakan, Corki, and Maokai are spotted on the G2 vision ward near top side river entrance. So showing this area vision. BDS safe to enter G2 jungle because their vision ward's also 3-man team with 4th pushing mid wave. Nautilus is roaming alone and to work in tandem with it should. That should say should. Again, I see like Nautilus, or I see Mickey X go off alone a lot of times. Maybe it's because of the Nautilus and he has a Q to get away, but you'll get punished by LCK and LPL teams. You need to work with your jungler or at least have another teammate, but preferably the jungler because the bottom laners should be staying mid lane. And you need your mid and top to side lane. You don't want them to get behind. Like Adam's behind a good bit in farm. You know, he's behind by like 100 farm, 100 CS. He should have his 3rd item, his Randuin's. Ivern spotted from BDS deep vision ward in the top side G2 jungle, 26 minutes, 16 seconds. He does have Mickey X near him, at least. So Ashe is spotted on the BDS far site alteration at 26 minutes and 11 seconds. Gets kind of crazy making this whole map out with all these wards and trying to paint this picture out for you. Nautilus is spotted on the BDS vision ward at 26 minutes and 12 seconds, placed from Rakan and the G2 topside jungle. I don't think it would catch out Yike at that point. Maybe. Ivern spotted at 26 minutes and 15 seconds from the BDS vision ward. Let me see. I guess it would catch him out, actually. So no, he's over here. Just barely not catch him out because he's that wall. Nautilus, Ivern, and Zeri are spotted on the BDS wards at 26 minutes 21 seconds. Showing the area vision. And, you know, BDS don't know where they are. Well, they know where, but I don't think G2 they know where they are. I don't know what Ashe is doing. It looks like Ashe is getting the red buff. I don't know what Renekton's doing. He does have teleport, though, but he has flash, so if he gets caught out, he's a goner. They don't have vision on him on BDS. Ashe is spotted on the BDS far side alteration. Zeri, Ivern, and Nautilus spotted on BDS vision ward at 26 minutes. And 27 seconds. I think this ward would catch caps too. Yeah. So but that control ward would catch caps. It's kind of what we were looking at while we were setting up this whole thing. Again, we're learning the area vision. So Zeri, Ashe, Nautilus, and Ivern spotted from BDS control wards and Maokai saplings at 26 minutes, 41 seconds. You got two saplings there and a control ward. I think this would give vision on Nautilus as well. This zombie ward. Yeah, see, the zombie ward would see Nautilus. So Zeri spotted on the BDS vision ward at G2 Wolves, 26 minutes, 47 seconds. Again, we're showing the area vision. I may next time not put all the wards in there. I don't know, make it simpler to show what I'm talking about. But then I know like some people might watch and be like, well, you missed this ward here or there. Well, they're all there. Trust me. So Ivern, Ashe, Nautilus, and Renekton spotted on the BDS vision ward at 26 minutes of 48 seconds. And Zeri's hidden from Brushmaker. So two BDS vision wards spot Daisy. I meant to put Ashe. G2 Vision Ward spot Corki, Ezreal, Dr. Mundo, and I think Maokai difficult to get exact on the map. Yeah, I don't think it would get Maokai actually, but maybe it does. Well, there's a ward there. Ashe will be spotted by BDS wards in the G2 top jungle at 27 minutes, 35 seconds, 27. I must have forgot to type in something there. Just showing his movement. Ashe goes up through here, comes back, so he gets directly spotted out. Spotted there, there. Just showing exactly where he would get spotted by the next ward and the next ward. Usually you don't see all this good of vision. Like BDS had a lot of vision in this game because of the Maokai, the Rakan. And maybe a lot of you think this is dumb information, but if you want to get to the next level, you got to learn this stuff. I did maybe make too many slides in this one. I don't know. Maybe I don't need so many. So Ivern and Renekton spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 28 minutes and 19 seconds. Ezreal spotted on the G2 Vision Ward. I must have missed something there. I guess, no, I didn't. So this ward spots Renekton, basically. This ward spots Ezreal. And again, you make your map movements off spotting the enemy. So, maybe you want to catch out Ezreal, but he has Cleanse and Flash right now, so you should know that. You want to catch out Maokai right now. He doesn't have a Flash to get away. Or Adam. So showing the area of vision. Like a ward clear back here. We'll see almost into the middle part of mid lane. So Ivern spotted on the BDS ward in the G2 jungle at 28 minutes and 29 seconds. He does have Mickey X near him. So BDS have a lot of deep vision in this game. Rakan spotted on the G2 ward in the top Riverside brush at 28 minutes 31 seconds. A lot of this again, showing you the area of vision, showing you if you have a ward in the side lane, how far it'll show vision, without a minion wave. Also, there's a minion right here, so it shows vision. But if this wave's gone, Ivern spotted on BDS Vision Ward at 28 minutes 34 seconds. Rakan, Dr. Mundo, and Ezreal spotted from G2 Vision Wards. Again, we're looking at like how far these wards will show you into the lane. This was a little bit further, and I needed to have it at 28:34, but to show, because the Ezreal was further over in the lane. Ivern, Ashe, and Renekton spotted on the BDS Vision Wards at 28 minutes 43 seconds. Also, Maokai, Dr. Mundo, Ezreal, and Rakan spotted on G2 Vision Ward. Up top, Corki spotted on the G2 Alteration Ward. I think that's what that was. I don't think it was a zombie ward, or maybe it was an assist ping right here. I think it was an assist ping, actually. I don't think that was a... because it's like a different color. It's like a teal. I think that's the... Some nights I was working on this and got tired. Rakan spotted on the G2 control ward at 28 minutes 53 seconds, and Ivern and Ashe spotted on the BDS control ward. I probably didn't need to put all these back and forth, like I said, but there's a lot of back and forth in the last 6 minutes, going back and forth in the enemy jungle, or going in G2's jungle and fighting around the Baron Pit, or trying to get vision around the Baron Pit. Where really should have had the side laners going, or at least, yeah, because Broken Blade and Caps have teleports, so like they should be side laning, to be honest, and then teleport in. But also BDS have both their side laners have teleport. But really, you never want waves to go to waste. Like, they could be farming these waves and teleport in whenever you start a team fight. So just showing the area of vision. What was it? Rakan and Ivern and Ashe. I know there's a lot of wards there. There's a G2 ward, a control ward, and a control ward over here. So Ash and Ivern spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 29 minutes and 13 seconds. Renekton spotted on the Vision Ward as well. Or he's spotted on a different ward. I think he would also spot Mickey. Maybe he's too far over. Let's see. We're almost done with the slides, I think. So where, let's see. So that ward's like here. And Yikes up against the wall, and Mickey is like here. So that's a little debatable. I think he's not spotted by it right there. Just a little bit over, too far. So Zeri spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 29 minutes, 28 seconds. Let's see, 29 minutes. Okay. Again, some of this too was me learning how to do this or get better at this. So I went pretty crazy with the amount of slides and trying to get everything down. Nautilus spotted on the BDS Vision Ward at 29 minutes and 34 seconds. Right here. Showing you how far you can get away from this. But you also have minions right here giving vision. So you got to keep that intact too. Renekton. I actually messed this up. There's a ward right here. So I did mess this up. There's a ward right here. This should have a, I think it's a far sight alteration that was just casted there, so it sees Renekton. I guess I could fix that real quick. Let's see. Whoa. There you go. It's fixed. Renekton, Nautilus, Ivern, and Zeri spotted on the BDS Vision Ward, 29 minutes, 38 seconds, and Rakan, Maokai, and Ezreal spotted on the G2 Vision Ward. So again, there's a lot going on. This ward over here shows all of that. I don't think a lot of you watching know the how far a ward can see. 29 minutes, 38 seconds. Just showing that. This ward spots all three of them. This ward spots all three of them. This ward spots caps. BDS chunk out Ivern, forcing to back and heal, so BDS take the Baron. This is also maybe this is the real turning point, that BDS chunk out Yike, and then he can't go and do anything. Even though I think this was a little premature, and he has redemption, but it may have been used already. But he has to back, and they need him for smite. So G2 spotted on the BDS vision wards at 30 minutes, while BDS is fighting Baron. Yike too late to smite steal. So again, Yike had to go back to town. I guess we'll go ahead and watch.
Honestly, I really think I saved that fight for BDS. That should have been a lost fight, and when we get the replay, you'll see why. This initial damage onto Mickey and Yike is good. At this point, you could just back away. I think the Rakan engage was a mistake because it's too much of an overcommitment.
Need to get Yike there. They went all in on a Nautilus.
Along with the Nautilus ultimate coming through, I think G2 do the right thing of just focusing the front line, but that ultimate there from Ice just did so much damage.
They get spotted on that ward. Yike just got spotted on a ward.
To be able to chase them down. So that could have been a massive disaster for BDS, and I want them to be very cautious moving forward about the fights that they take and that they don't overcommit.
And in this epic bot lane battle, we saw the to and fro in the early game where Hansama and Mickey X started getting caught out, or rather targeted. Ice with the 2k gold lead in the 80 carry matchup. Starting to rear
We got Zeri down here pushing this lane out. He has teleport. Broken Blade doesn't have flash.
But look at this double infinity edge. These are the
Adam doesn't have flash. Rov doesn't have heal. We got 3 items on the Corki with the Executioner's Calling. That's good. Really think the Zeri or Ashe needed the Executioner's Calling. Would have helped. 3 items on the Mundo. Got 2 items on the Maokai. Redectance only got 2 items. He's about to have a 3rd item. So Oblivion Orb would have been nice there. Or Bramble Vest would have been nice there. Got 3 items and a Brutalizer on Ezreal. Glad to see Brutalizer back. That was a really key item back in the day. Got 3 items on Zeri, 3 items on Ashe. I showed you the slide showing all the positionings in the Baron, or the vision. Let me see something though. Why does Yike get chunked? Does he get Ezreal ulted? So he gets Ezreal ulted. Wow, that Ezreal ult did a lot of damage to Yike. I don't really know if he needs to recall at this point. Only half health. He has redemption, right? He could heal up with redemption. So I don't know why. I think that was kind of a premature recall. Like, should have went and tried to fight. They're gonna lose Baron. There was also this healing right here too. Yike could have got the flower. And Ashe just gets absolutely melted.
A great sequence of plays from BDS.
So you got BDS should be able to close this game out pretty easily. They got Hansama down. I guess the death timers aren't very long yet. Got the dragon, or they'll get the dragon soul. Less than 2 minutes.
Whether it's 10, 15, 20 CS, having the bounty on his head as well. He's at 350 CS at 31 minutes as well. He may as well be.
So I don't know, like, I don't think Yike really needed to back at that point. He needed to try to get Baron. Had the health flower there, whatever it's called. Hans didn't really need it as much as Yike did. Like, Hansama's got plenty of mana and HP right here. So he's got a Blade of the Rune King and can heal up. Yike needed to get that, and then he didn't have to recall. I don't think Yike really recalled for an item.
Honestly, I kind of expected Hans to react.
Got a Kendall gem, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Now a Oblivion Orb would have. So at this point,
we find BDS down the bot side of the map.
Sama was shielded, so the Ezreal ult didn't do much. Mickey X. I guess they're going all in on Mickey. He doesn't have Warmogs though, so yeah, I guess you do go all in on the Nautilus. He's not tanky with Warmogs. I mean, he's not the one you really want to get, but he's not going to survive too long. This is where, like I said, Broken Blade teleports in, but he's the one that has Executioner calling, so he needs to be autoing Adam and autoing Maokai, because Maokai does have a heal passive. G2 spotted on the BDS vision wards at 30 minutes while BDS fighting Baron. Yike, too late to smite steal. Renekton spotted on the BDS zombie ward at 31 minutes 55 seconds, and Dr. Mundo spotted on the G2 far site alteration. G2 can't take straight team fight because of the items. The like 6k gold lead. You got 4 items to 3, 4 items to 3, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 3 to 2. You got a Randuin's Omen. Got 2 Randuins. Just think if Maokai had a Warmogs. You got a Warmogs on your Rakan. And BDS win the game. Now, if it would have made a difference, like I said, if Hansama had the Executioner's calling, like even at this point right here where he volleyed and it hit like Labrov, because he also got the Warmogs. But it hit Labrov, he would hit Labrov, Adam. Renekton's not going to do anything. He's the one that needs to be over here autoing Adam and Rakan and Maokai so they don't heal.
Child's play for this man who has made a very different BDS this year and is making a very easy BDS for game number 1.
This looks spectacular for BDS.
So I don't know, I haven't watched the series. Like maybe it's where BDS started to look worse and worse and worse, and G2 knew that. Like they're prepared, where they know they're ready to play 5 games and they get better as they go, where BDS get worse the longer they go, because BDS looked really good in this game, but dumb itemization. You're playing into a Mundo. You need, I think you're playing into 3 champions that you need anti-healing from, because you need the you need it for the Warmogs as well. So just having it on Broken Blade's not going to do that much. Like I'm guessing they think that when he ults and Qs the whole team fight area, it's going to proc it, but he's getting zoned off every time.
They start so strong. We're hyping up the G2 head-to-head. We're hyping up G2 in yet another.
So there's game 1. I don't know if I'll get game 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what I'm gonna do next yet. Still undecided. I'm done for today. I've got series I want to watch. Maybe I'll do LCK. I don't know if I didn't even get to watch the Fnatic series. I didn't get to watch the Mad Lions series. I don't know if people are really interested. Like if you're G2 fans, I would think you're more interested when I'm watching where G2 lose, or I'm more interested doing games where G2 lose, trying to figure out what they do wrong. So there's game number 1 of G2 BDS. So again, it's not all about like the series. Again, here on the next level with Sodaron. This is the 2024 LEC season finals, lower round 2, G2 vs BDS game 1. And again, you can follow me at x.com/SodaronOfficial, twitch.tv/Sodaron, which is the most important to me right now, to follow me on Twitch, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Sodaron. Really, the most important for me is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will catch you next time. Thank you for tuning in.
Everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster. Just give me one more try. Supplication. Everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster. Just give me one more try. Everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster. Just give me one more try. Supplication. Everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster. Just give me one more try. Supplication. Everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster. Just give me one more try. Supplication. Everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster. Just give me one more try.